Oh my god, it's back. Ah, oh my god. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to Cafe Parfait. Oh, oops, I accidentally knocked my camera earlier. There we go. Hi everybody, welcome back. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a couple weeks, in fact. Few weeks? I don't know, sometime mid-December. We took a 2-week break. Because of the holidays. So, you know how it goes. Looking up here. Is that my candle? I think it's my candle. Oh, whoa! Game too dank! Game too dank! Hold up, I got you. I got you. There we go. Alright. It's still too loud. If I do this. No, that only helps me. Alright, hold up. Got this. I got this. Alright, that looks a lot better. I'm blowing out my ears here. Alright! So! Oh, it helps if I put the game up, right? It'd be nice if you guys could, like, actually see the game that we're about to play. There we go! I know what I'm doing. Anyway, welcome on back, y'all. Welcome back to the courtroom and to the cafe. We're gonna do some more Ace Attorney. It is story time! We took a 2-week break, we did A Way Out with Darjeeling, and now, back in the new year, as promised, as discussed, as previously agreed upon, it is time to do the DLC case in Spirit of Justice so we can wrap up this game. It has been so good to us. This was a really fun ride. But also, we've got a new emote that I made in honor of how wonderful this series and game has been to us. It is Nayuta Sadmari himself. Let it go and move on. So there you go. Enjoy that emote. It is a follower emote, so you don't even have to pay to use it, but you do have to be subscribed if you want to spam that in other streams. Alright. So anyway, last year, when we left off, we wrapped up the main game. So all that's left is this lovely, here we are, special DLC episode called Turnabout Time Traveler. And as potentially forewarned, it's Larry right there, so I've got some concerns. For some reason, there's a wedding dress person? Some cracked images back here. This, time traveler, huh? Yeah, this is kind of old-timey, isn't it? Wonder what's going on here. Should we find out? I'm down to find out. Are we ready? I think we're ready. It's still a little loud for me, personally, but it looks okay on the stream, so I'm gonna just turn it down in my ears. Alright, let's do it. Start from the beginning. We don't know anything about this case. We didn't even get a preview because it wasn't, you know, in the main story, so it didn't autoplay us anything. Let's just see what's going on. 3, 2, 1, go! Special episode! Turnabout Time Traveler. What is Zeppelin?
I'm not completely heartless. I'll even throw that time machine you cherish so much overboard with you.
Please take me back to that blissful moment.
What on earth?
It's almost time for the reception, milady. It actually really worked.
Well, that's interesting. So actual time travel, okay, alright. I mean, there's weirder shit that happens in this universe, so I'm down. Let's see. September 21st, 10:13 a.m. Wright, anything agency. Oh shit, Athena's still here. I should have prepared a widget. Alright, hold on, let me do that real quick. I wasn't sure if she would be in the DLC, so just in case, I was like... Okay, if I need to switch it to the voice mod, I have the program open, so we can widget it up if needed. Right. Okay, let me make sure I've got this straight. When your magic panties appear, I do a backflip into a handstand, then blow out the candle? No, Athena, you've got it all wrong. You do a backflip through the ring of fire while holding the candle in your mouth. What? There's no way I'll ever be able to do that. Sure you can. I believe in you, Athena. Trucy. Cute little Trucy. Trucy, what are you and Athena up to? Athena's agreed to be a part-time performer in my magic show. I couldn't say no to some extra cash, but I probably should have thought it through first. Now it's human cannibal this, guillotine that. It's not like I have 9 lives, you know? You made your bed, Athena. Now you gotta lie in it. No! I'm too young to be taking out a life insurance policy already. No, actually, you're never too young for that. It's fine. My name is Phoenix Wright. I'm the head of this law office. And since when did you become the head of this office, Daddy? What? Trucy, please. I mean, who exactly does all the cleaning, accounting, and scheduling around here, huh? That's called the office manager, but you could still be the boss of the company and, you know, not have to do that shit. That's how the real world works, sweetie. You got me there, Trucy. This is Trucy Wright. She's my adopted daughter and a magician. And I'm Athena Sykes, a rising star lawyer of the Wright Anything Agency. Or rather, the rising star assistant to Trucy, you mean. I don't get back into a courtroom soon, I'm gonna forget everything I've ever learned. Speaking of the courtroom, we haven't exactly had any clients lately, have we? Business is as slow as ever, huh, Nick? Bet you made more money back when you played the piano. Who is this? Oh my god, it's Larry! Why? Right away, I knew we were gonna see him because he was on the title screen, but still, I didn't think it would be this quickly. Oh god. Yo, long time no see! Larry? I haven't seen you in years! What brings you here all of a sudden? It can't be anything good. If something smells, it's usually the butts. Also, alright, I need to... Hold on, let me do that to help you guys out a little bit. You guys can see a little better. I gotta move me over just a skosh. There you go, now you guys can read it. Some big news, that's what. Okay. Who's this guy, boss? This is Larry Butts. He's, well, let's just say he's an old friend of mine. So, Larry, what's so big that you had to come and tell me in person? Somebody I want you to meet. Hey, you can come in now. All right. Whoa! How do you do? Hi? That dress! Is that a wedding dress? Yes, it is. My name is Ellen Wyatt. I'm a domestic servant, a maid of the Sprocket household. Sprocket? As in Sprocket Aviation? Yes, that's the one. Wow, Mr. Wright, Sprocket Aviation's a really big airline company. You've heard of Rainbow Airlines, right? The one they call RAL for short? Okay. Yeah, that does sound familiar. Well, it's run by Sprocket Aviation. I see. But what is a Sprocket family maid doing here in a wedding dress? So, actually, we decided to get married. What? Oh, this can't be good. Not so young anymore, you know. I figured it's time to finally settle down. What? This can't be good. Yep. Yeah. You're getting married? No way. I don't believe it. Besides... why would someone as well put together as her choose someone as flaky as Larry? You're kidding, right? Jealous? I don't blame you, but green's really not your color, you know? Alright, Larry, lay it on me. What do you want? Ooh, can we look at everything? It's been so long since we looked at everything. I bet we're the only office in existence that uses magic props as furniture. At this rate, Tracy's props are gonna wind up taking over the whole office. I mean, they're already halfway there. Charlie looks as lush and green as ever. Thanks to Athena taking such good care of him. I guess I should pitch in every once in a while too, huh? Phoenix, come on. It's your plant. Be nice to it. I haven't played this old thing in a long time. Not that I could ever play it to begin with. Considering all the complaints I'd get, I guess I'd better just continue to not play it. Maybe I should tidy this place up every once in a while. Still, I bet we're gonna use all this stuff sometime soon again anyway. When are we gonna use a floating plate of spaghetti? It's probably better to just leave things where they are. Oh my god. No. Clean it up. Put it somewhere you can easily access it if you really think you're gonna need it soon. Bro, come on. Paula's jacket, Athena's notes, and Trucy's magic props. Not that I'm complaining, it's nice to know my friends and family are always close by. But it's a mess. This office might look messy, but at least I keep all my clients' personal info safe under lock and key. That's what a successful man does, right? Put his efforts where they count. Sure, Phoenix, whatever makes you happy. Hey, we gotta do the thing. Everybody look at my badge. My all-important badge and proof of my profession. What are you showing me your attorney's badge for? Wait, you saying you want me to take up your badge and hit the courtroom? Oh my god, no. That'd be a damn travesty to everybody. Absolutely not. With you as the defense, you're liable to bring the whole courthouse down. Literally. All I want is one chance to defend somebody in court. Maybe you should have went to law school. Objection! How's that? Pretty good, huh? Ready to let me borrow your badge now? You saw how awesome I am at pointing, right? I'm starting to think I'm a natural. No. Larry, no. I think I moved more than I intended. There we go. Oh shit, I missed that. My bad. Hold up. I'm not lending you my badge, and that's final. Besides, pointing isn't all that a lawyer does. Aw, pretty please? What do you got to lose? My reputation, for one. Never should have shown him my badge. Alright, let's talk to this idiot. So you're getting married. In all seriousness, In all seriousness, Larry, are you really getting married? Not right away, but that's the plan. But why is she in the wedding dress? We're gonna elope, see? Like love on the run, I guess you could say. Isn't that right, Ellie? Uh-oh, why'd I get all quiet? Larry, I do believe there's been a major misunderstanding here. My heart already belongs to another. She's not marrying him, she's gonna marry someone else. Oh god, that's funny. Huh? I'm in love with Soren. Not you. Say what? That's about what I thought. But Ellie, baby, weren't you running away with me so we could get married? As I said, you misunderstand. You said you'd help me escape. That's the only reason I ran away with you. This is not happening. I even shook off the police for you. And for what? That's it. We can't be together. My life is over. I'm gonna end it all. Oh god. Wait. Back up. Did you say you shook off the police? Yes, we had to because we're lovers on the lam. Sorry, Miss Wyatt, can you maybe fill me in on what's going on here? To tell the truth, I'm being pursued by the police as a murder suspect. What? Murder? They think you killed somebody. I happened to find a dead body at my reception, so the suspicion fell onto me. They had me confined in a separate room. And that's when Larry came along and helped me escape. I'm sorry, but what? Oh, Nick. Me and Ellie were gonna elope. We were gonna put it all on the line for true love. Police tried to stop us, so we had to scramble to shake him off. This guy has, like, no clue what's going on ever, because he just lives in his own completely delusional world. Where did it all go wrong? I feel a migraine coming on. Please help me. The police are sure to be intensifying their search. Look, it's even on TV. More news on the murder suspect and an unidentified man on the run from the police. A photo of the suspect, Miss Ellen Wyatt, has just been released by the police. Sources say that the 21-year-old is suspected of clubbing the victim. 25-year-old Dumas Gloomsbury to death in the wedding reception hall after her banquet. Two fugitives are said to be highly agitated and dangerous. If you see them... You've got to be kidding me. So wait, what was that time travel stuff? Because that guy was in the cutscene with her. But he's dead now? Sorry, hold on, stretching. My trapezius just sometimes has issues. Oh, brother. Guess this means we're technically harboring a pair of fugitives here, huh? Oh, Nick, what's a guy to do? Ellie, stop me hardcore! I'm the one who should be crying! Oh god, Larry, what the fuck, man? I haven't seen you in ages. Where have you been all of this time? Do I really want to know, though? Mean you didn't know? You really gotta stop living under a rock and get out more. I'm the hippest, hottest picture book author in the business. Maurice Donim. Oh god. This is from... Is it game 3? Oh my god, I don't remember. But when we met Maya's mom and she was living under a pseudonym. Hey, Tone on Snakes! Happy New Year! How are you? Welcome on back in. We're just getting started here, and Larry's already here stirring up trouble, so that's fantastic. Yep, we've reunited with Larry. I'm so thrilled. Oh, or should I say Loristonim? Oh boy. Alright. Can't believe you didn't know that I'm taking the picture book world by storm. I mean, why would I care about that, Larry?
Oh, but I know you. You're the one who wrote Fancy's Whippity Whip Trip, right? Oh.
We know that one's about Francesca. How's 2023 going? Pretty good, actually. We did a lot of cleaning, so we started off the year right. Work's okay. I don't know. Pretty good. Can't complain. Nothing to complain about. How about you? I hope, is your 2023 going well? This book about Francesca and her whip. That's kid-friendly, but here we are. Now that you mention it, I think I did hear something about a one-hit wonder. One-hit wonder? What the heck, Nick? I'll have you know I just created a brand new character to moderate acclaim. He's mildly popular with 18 to 24-year-old women, 24-year-old women everywhere. Look, you can see his cute self all over this jacket. The heart with an arrow through it? 2023 feels about the same as 2022 so far? Yeah, more or less. And like, it's aight. Nothing too amazing. What? That heart-shaped pork chop? He's not a pork chop! He's the main character in my latest picture book. Lovable little soul who pierces the hearts of lovers with his arrows of amour. Cute piglet! Oh, Larry. I'd say never change, but we all really wish you would. And you can see this adorable fellow make his debut in Cute Piglet's Lovey-Dovey Lark. In stores now! Are you sure? Because I've never seen that book in stores now or ever. Sounds like a Pokemon name? It really does. Would not be surprised if they made a Cute Piglet. Well, if you ever do see it, do me a favor and buy a copy or 10, will ya? But I thought you were taking the picture book world by storm. Anywho, you'll defend Ellie in court, right, buddy?
Please, I'm begging you. I didn't murder anyone. I swear I'm as clean and pure as this pure white dress.
No Cyclops, I guess that means she's telling the truth. But helping a fugitive on the run? What am I getting myself into? Same shit you always get yourself into, Phoenix, it's fine. It's fine, Nick.
There's actually one more thing I really need to tell you.
Oh?
You might find this hard to believe, but the truth is, I'm a time traveler.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
After the wedding reception, I was attacked. I was moments away from my death.
Okay, but the guy who attacked her is now the victim, so that's what I'm confused about.
But then, in that instant, I made a wish upon this pendant around my neck. And I went back in time to just before the reception started. Only this time around, the man who was trying to kill me was already dead. And, somehow, I became the suspect for his murder. It's as if history had been rewritten.
Now, wait just a minute here. I don't understand. Are you saying that... It's the Popos! What's going on?
Mr. Wright, there are police cars outside. And not just one or two, but a whole bunch.
Y'all better go along with them if you want me to defend you, because we can't, like, have, like, We can't add to your charges.
Daddy, a whole squad of officers has the building surrounded.
What? This is the police! There's no escape! Drop your weapons and come out with your hands up! Eek! Nick, what do we do? I mean, go out and surrender peacefully so that you can go to trial and I can defend you? What are you expecting me to do? Tell you to break the law?
Heck if I know! I see a bunch of armed officers out there. 1, 2, 3... 44, 45. Wow, talk about overkill.
Listen here, you criminals! Think about what you're putting your poor parents through! I'm sure this isn't how they raised you! Think about their smiling faces and their warm, home-cooked meals. Who in the heck are you? A detective? Now hold on there! Hey, you can't go in there, it's too dangerous! Wait! So there's a detective busting in. And they know us. We want to, like, take a stab at it and guess that maybe, hopefully, it is Gumshoe? Is everyone okay in here, Mr. Wright? No, it's Emma! Oh, okay, sorry. Hi, Emma. So sorry. I love you, Emma, but I want Gumshoe back.
Is everyone okay in here, Mr. Wright?
I forgot you're a detective. I think of you more like a forensic scientist. Nobody's dead here yet! What do you... I miss Gumshoe. I love you, Emma, but also, I miss Gumshoe. Emma? Gumshoe's been thrown into the Shadow Realm? No! He's such a good character! It's fine. It's how we live.
Sorry for all the commotion.
So... what in the world's going on?
Well, I raced on over as soon as I heard that it was Mr. Butts who'd holed himself up in here. With the murder suspect after he made off with her.
And the fleet of patrol cars?
The police are being extra careful. Because apparently, a certain somebody yelled out, "Stay back, I have a bomb."
I'm sure you can guess who I'm talking about. Well, the police were being so persistent, I had to do something, so I tried bluffing. Oh god, Larry. That's not something you bluff about with the police. Oh god. You know, like you do in court, Nick. No! Not the same thing. You only blame this on me. Please leave me out of this.
Well, Mr. Wright, I'm bringing this young lady in for questioning. So if you want to talk with her, you'll have to do it down at the detention center.
That's fine. I suppose I should thank you for your thoughtful gift of trouble and mayhem, Larry. Come on, Nick. We gotta get down to the detention center right away. Listen, Larry. I haven't even decided whether I'm going to take on this case or not. I know you will, 'cause it's you!
Guess I've got no choice but to tag along and help then. What? Skip it on me? We've only just started practicing your repertoire, you know?
Huh? You'd better stay in practice with Trucy, Athena. Promise is a promise, after all.
That's cold, boss. You gotta get me out of this. I can't take it anymore. Let's get practicing, Athena. Next up is some training for the water tank escape trick. Stick your head in this bucket of water and hold your breath for 15 minutes. No! Stop! I'm begging you! She's getting away! You get back here, Athena!
Hi, girls. I guess the only person cut out to be Trucy's assistant is Apollo. Well, guess we better get to the detention center and ask Miss Wyatt some questions. Especially about the whole time-traveling business she was talking about. Look, I got excited when I saw Edgeworth on the title screen, was like, maybe there's Gumshoe. But no. It's just Emma. I love you, Emma, but Gumshoe. September 21st, Detention Center, Visitor's Room.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright.
Miss Wyatt, would you mind if I asked you a few questions? Nick is gonna defend you, Ellie. Isn't that great? Hey, I didn't say shit about shit yet. Larry! I told you I haven't decided yet.
What?
Oh, she's kind of cute.
You're not going to take my case?
Why do you have a frying pan? Who gave you that? Oh my god.
I'm never gonna be happy!
What's happening here? The fuck? Miss Wyatt? Did I do something wrong? Miss Wyatt, please calm down.
I'm innocent, I tell you. The police won't believe me. And neither will anyone else. I'm gonna die all alone in jail, in a jail cell.
Why do you have those? Do they, like, not search people when they put them in prison here? Alright, I'll do it. I'll take your case. Just please stop crying.
Really? You will?
The fact that Larry was the one who brought you to me had me a little worried, but you don't seem like a killer to me. We're gonna have a time in this case, aren't we? This feels like a time. Thanks, Nick. I knew you'd come through. Do I really have a choice? Choice is an illusion. Guess not. In any case, it doesn't seem like Miss Wyatt killed anybody. Plus, it's not like I'm up to my ears in work at the moment. I better not be doing this pro bono. Miss Wyatt, Ellen, let's do this together.
Wow! Thank you, Mr. Wright!
There, it's gonna be okay. Now try to pull yourself together.
Alright, just give me a moment.
Aw, her makeup's running. Oh gosh. Holy shit, that's fast.
The fuck?
That transformation. Reverse transformation. Did I get the pun in Ellen Wyatt? Uh-oh. Ellen Wyatt? Ellen Wyatt. Len Wyatt. I don't know. Nope, I don't know. That one's not ringing. I'm sure I'm gonna hate it, but Ellen Wyatt, all in white. Ah. So she is. So she is. Good job, Capcom. Good job.
I'm truly grateful to you for taking on my defense, Mr. Wright.
sure. No problem. Wow, she literally pulled herself together. Let's look at the dude and the camera. Look at that guard. He's standing right in that camera's blind spot. In that position, I bet he could even doze off and get away with it. He probably does, often. That camera. What's it pointed at anyway? They're trying to film the defendant. Shouldn't it be pointed more this way? That's funny. Had to stretch. Okay. So look at my badge, because I have to show this to everybody. It's mandatory. What can you tell me about this?
Oh, never mind that. What about Soren? Oh, Soren. You suppose he hates me now?
I really couldn't say.
Oh, what if...
What? Where did she get the salt shaker from?
What if he doesn't love me anymore because of all this? Whatever shall I...
Oh no, she's gonna start crying again. I really don't think he hates you, Ellen.
You don't? Really?
Yes, really. Probably? I don't know this Soren fellow. So don't cry, you'll only cause him more heartache if you do.
Yes. Yes, you're right. As a Sprocket bride, I have to hold my head up high at all times.
I'd better really watch what I say around Ellen. Alright, so what's this suspicion of murder? Ellen, please tell me everything you can about the incident.
All right. Happened after the wedding reception. I was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury.
Wasn't Gloomsbury the name of the victim in that news report? Maybe I should listen to what she has to say first, though, before I start asking questions. How dare that guy lay a hand on somebody else's blushing bride! What a creep! Larry, Pot, Kettle, you tried to go off and elope with somebody else's blushing bride. That's rich coming from you. You have any idea why he'd attack you?
No, but...
But what?
Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Gloomsbury didn't seem very happy about me getting married.
Geez, jealous much? What a loser.
Mr. Gloomsbury had forced me onto the Vista deck and was going to push me off. Oh, how frightening it all was. I was just about to lose my life, on what should have been the happiest day of my life. So that's why I made a wish upon this pendant.
That pendant?
Yes, it was a gift from my husband-to-be, Soren. He said it's a symbol of our love.
And so you made a wish on it?
Now, you may think what I'm about to say is very strange, but... I begged the pendant, please, take me back to that blissful moment. And do you know what? It worked. It brought me back to just before the reception started.
So that's the time traveling thing you mentioned back at my office? I'm sorry, but I have to say, it's pretty unbelievable.
Unbelievable?
Oh my god, here she goes.
I knew you'd never believe me!
Nick! Ellie here is an honest-to-goodness time traveler. Don't you believe your own client? Magic that pendant sent her back in time before the creep could kill her. What if it was like a dream or a hallucination about her getting killed and then she like actually woke up during the reception? Sure, Larry, sure.
But it's really true, I tell you. This pendant is an important part of the time machine Soren made. I begged it for help and it really did send me back in time.
Is she listening to herself?
I even experienced the reception again, even though we'd already held it once before. And during it, everyone there acted as if nothing unusual was happening at all.
Could you not cook while we're talking, please? And what are you even cooking? There's no fire, there's nothing in that pan that I'm aware of. Alright, so when and how did you come under suspicion for murder?
Well, after the reception ended, the second reception, I mean, I went back to the reception hall and started cleaning up the place by myself.
Hold on. Cleaning? Why were you cleaning on your own wedding day?
For my last task as a servant of the Sprocket household, I offered to take on the preparation and cleanup of the reception banquet.
I see.
I started to move one of the decorative lanterns in the room, but it was so heavy I lost control of it, causing it to topple over and break open. That's when I saw Mr. Gloomsbury's dead body inside the lantern.
So you simply happened to be the first to discover the body, right?
That's right. I just came across it by accident. I became confused and didn't know what to do. That's when some of my in-laws saw me and jumped to the conclusion that I had killed him.
So this Gloomsbury guy tried to kill Ellen, but then wound up dead himself after Ellen traveled back in time? A time machine and a magic pendant. How could any of this be possible? Ellen's pendant. A pendant worn by Ellen. It seems she received it from her fiancé. Ellie, why don't you tell Nick about that other thing, too? About that shadowy figure you saw when you were being attacked?
Yes, good idea, Larry.
Yeah, alright. Let's talk about the wedding first. So you and Larry here were never planning on getting married, right?
That's right. We've only had a few brief interactions, so I can't say I know him at all.
No, Ellie, how could you say that? You and me are bound by fate, I'm telling you. We're meant to be together.
What?
Oh my god, you're gonna make her cry again!
You're wrong, Larry!
I've never been so right, baby! It's as plain as the goatee on my chin. Larry, don't make me send you to a timeout. Now, can you tell me about the groom, Ellen? What's he like? She's got an iron now? Oh my god, what are you ironing?
His name is Soren Sprocket. Oh, he's the most wonderful man. He is truly my destiny.
Did you say Soren Sprocket? As in... Where did you get that? Who's... How?
That's right. The next president of the Sprocket Aviation.
Wait, he's in line to take over the company? Huh, he's nothing but a rich, spoiled brat. I'm clearly the better choice. Clearly.
Larry, you and Soren are as different as night and day. There's no comparison.
Ellie, you're breaking my achy breaky heart. So she's marrying into money, huh?
Can't believe Soren chose me, a simple house servant. He's my knight in shining armor, my prince, Oh, my Soren.
Okay. Let's talk about this shadowy figure. So what's this shadowy figure you saw, Ellen?
It was when Mr. Gloomsbury was attacking me. Right after I made a wish upon this pendant, started to pass out. But just then, just as I lost consciousness, I saw somebody strike Mr. Gloomsbury from behind.
You did? And that person must be the true culprit. Did you see who it was?
I'm afraid not.
Have you told anybody else about this?
I told some of my in-laws, but nobody took me seriously. They said it was all just a dream.
What if they're all in on it to try to get rid of her? So they were like, oh yeah, let's just like do their whole reception all over again just to fuck with her. I can't exactly say I blame them. I mean, time travel? Larry, for my peace of mind, please tell me that figure wasn't you. Of course it wasn't! Alright, Ellen saw a suspicious third party on the Vista deck when she was being attacked by Gloomsbury. Oh god, she's crying again. I guess I've asked her all I can for now.
Spick and span! Spick and span!
Ellen, what are you doing?
I want to make everything clean and beautiful for when Soren comes. Can't have my future hubby come into a dirty room, now can I? It has to be spotless, just like this white dress. Spick and span! Spick and span!
Let's hope we can wipe away all suspicion from you, too. Nick, we'd better get to the crime scene right away. What, you're coming too? Of course I am! Oh god, is he our sidekick for this case? Because I don't like that. If I solve the crime and reveal the true killer with my super sleuthing skills, Ellie might change her mind about me, you know? Oh my god, Larry. Larry. Dude. Stop. You never get the message, do you, Larry? Next stop, the mooring dock in Sprocket Park. Come on, Nick, let's go! Alright, let's go check out this mooring dock. That's cute. Rainbow Airlines. That's really cute, actually. Flying Chapel. Ah, I see. Okay. Wait, why is this all busted up? September 24th, Sprocket Park, mooring dock. So, this is Sprocket Park, but where's the reception hall? It's obviously this, the Flying Chapel. Reception hall? Oh, that's... Wow, looky there! What? What is it? I just spotted me a cute mamacita! Don't wait up, Nick! Oh my god, Larry. Hold on, where's the reception hall? Sorry, Nick. Man's gotta stop and smell the roses when they appear. I am an artist, after all. Yeah, pickup artist. Oh, miss! Yoo-hoo! He thought he was gonna take me to the crime scene! Oh well. I'm sure he'll come slinking back when he inevitably gets rejected. I'll just take a quick look around until then. Doggo! Why can't I look at the dog? Fine. Wow, that's a huge airship. That huge airship is moored to just this skinny little tower. I know it's tied down and all, but it still looks like a good breeze could send it flying. I mean, mooring dock is clearly that. What happened here? Wow, this thing's really banged up.
You looking at the sign? They say it got damaged by heavy winds yesterday.
I don't think wind can do that. Or there'd be a lot more problems than just the sign. There'd be trees and a whole lot of other shit around.
Big gust sent that bench flying into it. Well, that's what they're saying anyway.
I see. Wind caused that? More like a tornado.
Hair guy was saying, don't touch, it's dangerous.
I see. Thanks for the heads up. Poor guy. Looks like it was a lot of work. Alright, it's definitely this, right? Wow, that airship is huge! Oops, didn't mean to say that out loud. I've only ever seen airships like this up in the sky. But I've got to say, they're mighty impressive when you can see them up close like this. Hey, sorry about that. I actually thought you'd be back sooner. Didn't work out, huh? Lay off, man! I wasn't on my game today! So now that you're done, you mind telling me where the reception hall is already? What do you mean? It's right there in front of you. Huh? Flying Chapel. Right in front of- wait, what's that say? Flying Chapel. Phoenix, come on, please. Do you mean to tell me- Yep, Ellie's reception was on that airship. Whoa, Sky High Reception Hall? Yep, and that's where you'll find a crime scene. Man, not only does that airship fly through the sky, but the space-time continuum too. But the happy couple's honeymoon got left far behind when it made that time skip, though. Here, check the airship out for yourself with this pamphlet. Flying Chapel pamphlet added to the court record. A pamphlet for the Flying Chapel. It includes a brief introduction and diagrams of its layout. Okay, nice. Let's look at that. Elevator, okay. Hall, cabin, hold, lift. Like a cow lantern. Like a bull lantern. Sweetheart table. Interesting. Flying Chapel pamphlet. Love is always in the air on the Flying Chapel. The only wedding venue sure to make your dreams take flight. After the ceremony out on the Vista deck, Sprocket Aviation's majestic Pegamoo mascots will light up the happy couple from both sides of the sweetheart table. I feel like this is gonna be really important, like what side the cow and the bull are on. Okay. By the way, I figured you could use some backup, so I called in some help for you. Who do we think it is? Who do we think Larry called? You did? Yep. Should be here any minute now. Be Edgeworth, be Edgeworth, be Edgeworth, be Edgeworth. that red sports car! It's definitely Edgeworth. Larry, don't tell me you called the chief prosecutor. That's good, that's good. That's good stuff. You know it, buddy! Trust you've been well, right? Got me.
Surprise! Now admitted, that was a pretty good Mr. Edgeworth impression, wasn't it?
Got me good. Maya, what are you doing here?
Larry called me up. He said something about it finally being time for him to tie the old knot. But that's funny. I'm pretty sure he mentioned something about being here with his bride.
Swear to God, it's not me. Maya, I know this is sudden, but please marry me! No.
Nick, what's Larry talking about?
He was dumped by his bride. Well, by his imaginary bride, anyway.
Wow, poor Larry. I That's a new low, even for him. But hey, imaginary girlfriend's never hurt anyone, right? More power to him.
This is Maya Fey. She's been abroad for her training as a spirit medium. But now that her training is over, she's back home here in the States.
That's right, the new and improved Maya Fey is on the scene. Spirit and girl power at the ready.
Look at you, Maya. All grown up and as cute as ever. Ooh, you know what? I just realized something. If I ever got married, I'd miss out on the fun of always meeting somebody new.
Larry.
I see you haven't... Oh, this must be Edgeworth. Somebody had to drive that car. See, you haven't changed a bit, Larry. Hey, there's our boy. Edgeworth! Figured that car belonged to you. But when did you become Maya's chauffeur? It's nothing like that. Just happened to run into her en route and picked her up. By run into her, I mean she jumped out in front of my car. Nearly ran her down. This is Miles Edgeworth. He's a friend of mine and the district's chief prosecutor. I heard he's been busy lately. So what brings you here? Wait, don't tell me Larry called you up too. He did. However, I have business of my own here at the crime scene. Business? What kind of business? Edgeworth, look at my badge! Look at it. Doesn't seem to be any rust on that badge. Can the same be said of its owner? Of course! I'm practically rust-proof! Let's hope you stay that way. Oh, you two, so cute. Let's talk about the incident. So you know, right? I'm the lead prosecutor on this case. I expected nothing less. Thank you. Of course, they're also filthy rich, so of course they would be like chief prosecutor as prosecutor a case. What? You? Yes. Peers will be standing on opposite ends of the battlefield this time around. So I'll be up against Edgeworth tomorrow. But I don't get it, Edgeworth. What about this case warrants the personal attention of the district's chief prosecutor? The fact that the Sprocket family's involved, probably. It's a bit complicated, to say the least. In what way? Groom is a member of the Sprockets, a family with immense influence. If his bride were to stand trial in court, sully the Sprocket name. They tried to apply some pressure on the prosecutor's office. Pressure to settle it amicably, right?
What do you mean, settle it amicably?
It means that they're trying to sweep this whole thing under the rug.
Wow, Sprocket Aviation really has that much clout?
I mean, yeah. Rich people be really fucking filthy rich. It's gross. Yes, they have especially strong ties in both political and the judicial worlds. To the point where no one dares to oppose them. Don't tell me that includes you. Don't be ridiculous, Wright. It's quite the opposite. The prosecutor's office is filled with cowards, as I found out. Every last one of my subordinates was loath to prosecute a Sprocket.
So that's why you decided to take on the case yourself, right?
That's right. I'll personally see to it that justice is served. I always prosecute to the utmost of my abilities, regardless of who I'm up against. For that is a part of my creed. Nothing and no one can sway me from that. Not even the almighty Sprockets. Right. But you realize that I'm still defending, right? And we're gonna work together to find the truth, and you're not just, like, gonna be a dick to me? Right? Right? They think they can use their influence to bend the truth. They have another thing coming. Yep, that's fine. That's fine, as long as we're all aboard the truth train, not the, like, you know, merciless conviction train. You know, I almost feel sorry for them. They were only trying to protect their interests. But all they got instead was you. Ooh, Phoenix, that's mean. Be nice. Didn't have to say it like that. Edgy, come on, man. How can you prosecute my poor sweet Ellie? What kind of heartless jerk are you? Simply doing my job. I'm warning you, Wright. I won't hold back. Not for you or anyone else. Thanks for the warning, your righteousness. So, Edgy, how you doing? How's it going, Mr. Chief Prosecutor? Busy as always, I presume? Of course. Like somebody who has too few clients and too much time on his hands. Hey! I guess that explains why your brow is more furrowed than the last time I saw you. Maybe you should learn to relax a little, Edgeworth. Nice try, right? But as always, I have no intention of showing anyone any mercy. Including you. As inflexible as ever, I see. Besides, I think I've mellowed out a bit with age. If anything, those furrows should have smoothed out a little as well. Honestly, Edgeworth, are you really that blind yourself? Excuse me? Oh my god. Their dynamic is pretty good. He's really self-conscious about those lines, isn't he? Edgeworth, about this incident. Don't forget, Wright, I'm the prosecutor for this case. Can I remind you that I'm not in the habit of sharing information with my adversaries? No? I guess we are adversaries for now, huh? You, Larry. Me? I'd like you to come with me. I have a lot to answer for after that little stunt you pulled with the suspect. But Edgy, we're old pals, aren't we? Personal appeals won't work on me, Larry. Now come along. Ah, Nick, help me out here! No. You deserve that one. There he goes in his fancy sports car. Hi! Thanks for taking Larry off my hands. Now I get Maya. Yay! Is it just me, or is Mr. Edgeworth as relentless as ever? Yeah, I guess some things never change. It's fine. So much for mellowing out. Well, Nick, we'd better hop to it too, then. Hop to what? Investigating the crime scene, of course. What else? It's been a long time since you and I teamed up like this. This is gonna be fun. Fun, huh? Investigating a murder is fun? Something to be said about that. It has been a long time, though, since we were last together like this. Alright, to the crime scene, then. Yeah, and away we go! Hold up. Maya, you wanna look at my badge? Your attorney's badge looks so nice and shiny on your lapel. It's so cool, like the mark of a true hero. If I can be a hero to my clients, that's good enough for me. In that case, I'll be the commander that controls the hero from behind the scenes. Wait, are you saying you've been manipulating me all this time? Go, Robo-Wright, to the crime scene! I guess that makes me a robo-lawyer? Can we talk to her? Let's talk to her. We haven't talked to Maya in a long time. Might as well jump right in, I guess. So what do you think? Well, let's see. I think the inside of Mr. Edgeworth's car smelled heavenly. No. No? Apart from Edgeworth's car. I mean, do you have any ideas about this case? Sorry, I can't think of a thing. But what are we wasting all this time with thinking for? There's investigating to be done. Ooh, I can't wait to see what kind of evidence we'll find. You have sticky fingers. She picks things up. You seem really excited. You bet, Nick.
The dynamic duo is back in the saddle again. Let's go round 'em up, partner.
Alright, let's get to it then. So, what do you think we should do, Maya?
Isn't it obvious? We start by investigating every single place that has anything to do with the case. And then grill every single person involved.
Her enthusiasm is kind of overwhelming.
Now, go forth, Phoenix Wright. Search out the truth. Well, don't just stand there, say something.
Yes, ma'am?
Louder! Yes, ma'am! That's more like it.
Oh my god, she really does control him. Alright, to the reception hall. Well, there's the bull and the cow. Why is the cow knocked over? Oh, that must be where she found the body. September 21st, Flying Chapel, reception hall. So, this is the reception hall.
According to the pamphlet, we're right here.
Yikes, we're pretty high up. But at least we're indoors, so it doesn't seem so bad.
Oh, look, Nick, it's Emma. Hey, Emma, over here. Mr. Wright, Maya. Does this mean you've taken the case?
Yeah, that's how things kind of turned out. So do you mind if we take a look around?
Be my guest. We pretty much wrapped up our investigation, so go right ahead.
That's a good chance to find out more about this case from Emma, too. Hold up, 1 second. My nose is kind of stuffy. Let me get a thing for that. Un momento. Okay. Well, let's look around. This is the sweetheart table where the bride and groom sit.
Where they gorge themselves on the wedding feast, you mean? I'd be too nervous to eat in front of a bunch of guests like this, though.
They say that newlyweds are usually really busy during the reception, you know? They have to greet and talk with all the guests that came in to give their blessings. They don't actually get all that much time to enjoy their dinner.
Aw, I wouldn't be able to stand that. Can't imagine having a huge feast right in front of me and not being able to eat it.
They say brides tend to have an especially hard time because of their wedding dresses. Those tight corsets squeezing their waist, they can barely eat a bite.
Really? Sounds like wedding receptions are absolute torture.
I guess food still wins out over romance in Maya's book. Yeah, receptions are really more for the guests than for the couple, I think. This must be where the time machine was placed.
Can't believe that such a beautiful memento was used for murder. It's just awful. Nick! We have to prove Ellen's innocence no matter what it takes.
I agree. You can't let this go down as the saddest flying wedding reception in history. So that's the Vista deck out there.
I bet the view is amazing. But I guess it must also kind of freak you out, huh, Nick?
Yeah, kind of. Mostly because there's no surviving a fall from way up here. I think that about does it for this area. Bull. Wow, look at the horns on this flying bovine. He must be a bull. Seems he made it through the ceremony in one piece.
And look at those wheels. I bet he can be rolled around rather easily, too.
Yeah, I bet it would be quite a hassle if you had to lift and carry him everywhere. And this is what the backside looks like.
What's this by the bottom of his tail? A wheel handle?
Oh, Oh, I get it. This way they can get inside to change the light bulbs. Interesting. Or you can shove a body in there.
I see they left the wheel handle on the inside unpainted.
I guess they figured nobody will see it, so why bother? Makes sense to cut costs where you can. Well, overall, you can't say I see anything strange about this thing. This. It's a hot air balloon, a symbol of humanity's ambition to take to the skies. It's kind of a romantic notion, don't you think?
Yeah! I just noticed that it doesn't seem to be tied up to the ceiling all that well.
I'm sure it's fine. Please don't let it fall on my head. Cow? Yep, definitely enough room in there to fit a body. This must be the lantern the body was found in. Ellen managed to move it quite a ways. Looks like a cow, but it's pretty badly broken.
It's not a cow, Nick. That's a Pegasus, the flying horse.
I think it's a pega-cow. Yep, pega-cow. But the horns are supposed to be smaller, but they're not? Interesting. Why are there two with big horns? No way. It's definitely a cow. It's got horns and everything.
But look, it also has wings. Cows don't have wings. So it's a Pegasus, I tell you. Oh, I know. That pamphlet should tell us. Let's see. Apparently, it's called a Pegamoo.
I did not see that coming.
Yet somehow, the name really captures the essence of what this creature is, you know? Huh, that's strange.
What is?
Well, this Pegamoo is definitely a male Pegabull, right?
Yeah, I'd say so, what with the horns and all.
Okay, well... Pegamoo over there is also a Pegabull. But take a look at the pamphlet. See? The one on the right says Pegabull, but...
The other one says pega-cow, a female Pegamoo.
Right! Pamphlet goes on to say how they have Pegamoos for the happy couple.
Are there multiples? So for Ellen's ceremony, there should have been a male and a female pair of Pegamoos. But for some reason, there are two males here.
Maybe somebody made a mistake when they were setting up the room?
Hard to believe a fancy place like this would make that kind of blunder, though. The Pegabull lantern in which the victim's body was found. In any case, we'd better check this thing out. Huh, what do you think this is, Maya?
Looks like a flower petal to me.
What an unusual shape for a flower petal.
Suppose it's from one of the flowers here in the reception hall?
I don't know about that. Nah, I don't see a single flower like this at any of the tables. I wonder where it came from. So this is where the body was found. And the first person to find it was Ellen. Emma, what can you tell me about the condition of the body when it was found?
Let's see. The victim was apparently hit on the back of the head. Here's a photo of the scene as we found it.
He has multiple of these things on him. The victim was discovered inside one of the lanterns in the reception hall. Hey, what's this? Grab Ellen when convenient, then send her off from the Vista deck? What? This is scribbled out too. Or smudged, somehow.
Ooh, Let me take a look. Grab Ellen when convenient, then send her off from the Vista deck.
It looks like a note outlining the murder plot.
Whoever wrote it has better handwriting than me, but it looks like they wrote it in a rush.
And why do you say that?
Because the writing's only smudged starting with the middle of each line. That happens when a right-handed person with a slight hook writes in a hurry. I do it sometimes myself when I'm not paying attention or my hand is on the page.
Guess I'll take your word on that, Miss Bad Handwriting Expert.
Hey, even I don't smudge my handwriting this badly.
Alright, let's get back to the note.
That note was apparently written by the victim.
But why would he need to write instructions to himself like this? You sure the victim wrote it?
I sometimes write a note to myself before I go shopping. Potatoes, carrots, onions, flour...
Maya, are you craving curry rice or something?
Oops.
So, Emma, where's this Vista deck the note mentions? It's back there.
It's that heliport you see right outside the window over there.
Okay. So he'd been planning on pushing Ellen off from there? What a monster. Bloomsbury's note, a note found near the victim's body. The writing is smudged as though written by a right-handed person. Just thinking about something. Can't see if he has smudges on his hand or not. Okay. Did this come from the lantern?
Heck, it's covered in blood.
Maybe it got on there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern.
Can you imagine going to open a door and finding the knob covered with blood?
That'd be bloody awful, to say the least. I guess that about does it for this lantern. I think we've... Oh, airplane. Model airplane. A perfect decoration for an airline company wedding.
And a propeller's plane like this lends the room a great old-timey feel. Ooh, I'd love to see the Steel Samurai fly a plane like this. You picture it? The Steel Samurai zipping through the clouds over Neo Old Tokyo?
If Sprocket Aviation ever becomes a sponsor of the show, I could see it happening.
Why didn't I think of that? I think I'll go suggest the idea to them later.
Please at least wait until after the trial's over. We've got angles. Ooh, what's this?
I wonder what this partition is for.
I imagine people like the reception staff or entertainers use it. They probably wait behind it when they're on standby.
You see, the partition this size, I bet they could even fit an elephant back there.
Not that anyone would. It's a fog machine. I wonder if they used it during the reception.
Ooh! Hey, Nick! Go stand over there for a sec.
Why?
Just because. Now go!
Alright. I got a bad feeling about this. I don't trust Maya. Oh god.
Fogmaster 9000, on!
Maya, no! Huh?
Aw, nothing happened.
Looks like it won't work without some dry ice.
Darn it, all I wanted to do was surround you in a thick cloud of smoke.
Fog machine added a device that utilizes dry ice to emit a large amount of thick fog-like vapor. Alright.
Get a load of that huge set of doors. I bet all sorts of things come and go through here. Like an elephant.
I'm pretty sure it's just the bride and groom. This is a banquet hall, not a circus. Maya, please. The fog machine for the reception. Pretty cool, huh? Don't you dare touch it. Aw, spoil sport. That's because I know how you operate. She already touched one. That's one big partition screen. Industrial size, even. I bet it caused an industrial-sized mess if it fell over. And that's why you're not allowed to touch it, Maya. What? Then who's gonna test how stable it is? Not you. Just leave it alone, please. And back to the front. Alright, I think we looked at everything. Ooh. Emma, look at my badge! Is there something I can do to help you with that? Actually, I was hoping it would help me move my investigation along. Sorry, but that's not gonna do much for you here, I'm afraid. That's too bad. Aw, don't look so glum. You have to keep a positive outlook. Why don't you take a break with something sweet? I highly recommend Snackoos myself. Want to try some? Damn, I should have bought Snackoos before this. No thanks. I appreciate the offer, though. See yourself. You don't know what you're missing. These two are amazing, guys. Been a while since we did this, so I forgot how much water I really need for this. Alright. Let's talk to Emma. What happened? Edgeworth wouldn't tell us anything about this case. So, do you think you could give us a rundown? Well, seeing as he's going to be prosecuting, I'd expect him to be tight-lipped about it. The incident occurred yesterday, on September 20th. It happened after the wedding reception, which lasted from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. That is a really long time for a reception. It feels... Actually, no, I guess that's about right? Because people, like, they eat, and then they talk, and then they dance, and they take photos, and there's, like, it's a whole thing. 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., huh? Got it. By the way, you didn't hear about any time traveling or anything, did you? Time traveling? What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Forget it. That's pretty much the response I expected. The victim's name is Dumas Gloomsbury. He was a servant in the Sprocket family household. Ellen was a maid for that family as well, so that means the two of them were co-workers? Wait, hold on. He's a servant, so they were both servants. Yes, they apparently knew each other. Mr. Gloomsbury was the lead servant, after all. He was very serious about his work, but he was also very closed and private man. So the other servants called him Mr. Doom and Gloom behind his back. If he was the lead servant, he must have been higher ranked than Ellen, and, you know, most likely her boss. Her manager, rather, I should say. The boss is, of course, the Sprocket family, but he's the manager. What makes the police think Ellen killed this man, a guy who was essentially her boss? Oh yeah, there we go. We don't know the defendant's motive yet, but the circumstances surrounding the discovery of the body don't bode well for her. And what circumstances are these exactly? Well, some of her in-laws saw what looked like the immediate aftermath of the murder. No, I mean, it was just her opening up the thing and it fell over. Like, the fuck? The suspect was standing in front of the body with a murder weapon still in her hands. Oh, okay, that's a little different. But why would a bride who was just about to start a happy new life kill someone? Please have an explanation for that. Yeah, about that. They believe the victim attacked the suspect and was killed when she fought back. But why did he attack her to begin with? Also, self-defense, come on.
Well, a mere servant girl was going to suddenly be the wife of the future president. Mr. Gloomsbury must have been more than just a little jealous of her. So this Mr. Doom and Gloom attacked Ellen first? But if she was only trying to protect herself, wouldn't that count as justified self-defense on her part, Nick?
It would. There's a good chance she'd be acquitted if we could prove that, but I wonder what Edgeworth will have up his sleeve to counter that claim.
Wow, a servant girl marrying the future president of such a huge company. It sounds like a modern-day fairy tale. It does, doesn't it? Thing is, not everyone was on board with their union, apparently.
That's suspicious. Alright, let's talk about the murder weapon first. So what was the murder weapon, Emma?
This clock with a secret mechanism built into it. It was on display here in the reception hall. The suspect was holding it when the murder was discovered.
So the victim was clubbed to death with this, huh? That's funny. There's no blood on it as far as I can tell.
Maybe it was wiped off in an attempt to tamper with the evidence? There was definitely a luminol reaction. And it matches up with the shape of the injury, so it's gotta be the murder weapon. What a funny-looking clock. They call it the timekeeper. The idea is that it's a time machine. Every time the couple sees it, it'll bring them back to the memory of their wedding day.
Oh, that's cute. Time machine, huh? Come to think of it. Ellen said her pendant was part of a time machine. Wonder how the secret mechanism in this thing works. The murder weapon, dubbed the timekeeper. It's a clock with a secret mechanism. Oh look, there's a gear that kind of looks like the pendant. Alright, star-crossed marriage.
The suspect never had any family or relatives to depend on, so she was working as a live-in maid for the Sprocket family to support herself.
So a maid with no family of fortune was set to marry the president's son, huh? I guess it's not surprising that that ruffled a feather or two.
Yes, apparently the groom's parents and all of his other relatives were strongly opposed.
So they probably set her up, right? Or just like fucking with her, making her think that she traveled back in time, but actually like they killed a dude. And are now framing her for murder.
But that didn't stop the young couple from deciding to go ahead with their wedding. Love flourishes in the face of adversity.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yep. You ever have any questions about love? Just ask me. I'm a qualified expert. I spend all of my spare time in Kurain watching soap operas on TV.
I'm not sure that's enough to make you a qualified anything, Maya.
Oh, and by the way, I heard the suspect faced her fair share of harassment too. And from the sound of it, it got pretty ugly for her.
So even though this incident could cause a huge scandal for the company, it might be a boon for those who oppose their marriage to begin with. After all, with Ellen's arrest and everything, the marriage is most definitely off now. End it? Oh, okay. Let's talk about the snackoos. Let's talk about the photo.
It's absolutely unbelievable. What a monster would plan to commit a murder on somebody's happiest day?
I take it this means you don't have any significant new leads?
No, I'm afraid not. You?
I got nothing.
Wish I could be of more help.
Well, thanks anyway. I appreciate it. All we can do is keep on keeping on, right?
It's absolutely unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, it's the same thing. Let's just look at our notes here. Oh, wait, hold on. We should save. We've not saved this entire time, and we know that it is prone to crashing. Alright. Search for evidence. We're still looking for more evidence. Oh, nothing there. Okay. Gonna talk about snackoos. Timekeeper? So you're sure this is the murder weapon in this case?
Positive. Shape of the victim's injuries and the shape of this clock are a perfect match.
I see.
I dare say that if somebody were to get knocked over the head with this thing, it's more likely to cut off their future than send them into the past.
I can't disagree with you there.
It's absolutely unbelievable. What kind of monster would plan to—
Oh, same thing. Alright. Literally presenting her with everything. We're definitely missing something here. We need to go out to the deck. I think we gotta go out to the deck. Yeah, there's nothing else to ask her about, so... Can I go out there? Well, earlier when we looked there, it said that we saw everything, so... More likely that we just missed looking at something somewhere. Oh. Huh? Oh, there's something there. There we go. It looks like a business card wallet? I wonder whose it is.
That face looks awfully familiar.
Yes. Yes, it does. Guess I'll bring it to him later. Oh my god, it's Larry's fucking wallet. A business card holder with a peculiar yet suspiciously familiar imprint under the center. Okay, now we found everything. Well, I guess that just about does it for the crime scene.
Hey, Nick. I want to see the rest of the airship. Might as well since we're here.
Or we might even run into some of the other people involved in the case. Oh, hello.
Nick, how long has that guy been standing there?
I didn't even notice him until just now. Excuse me, are you with Sprocket Aviation? It's definitely the groom, right? That's a really nice paper airplane. Huh?
Nick, he wrote something on that paper airplane.
I guess we're supposed to read it then, huh? Let's see here. Get out, intruders? Well, that was a rather cold welcome.
Mr. Wright, Maya, meet the lone son of the president of Sprocket Aviation. Soren Sprocket.
He is Soren, isn't he?
Or, to put it another way, the future president of Sprocket Aviation.
So he's Ellen's fiance? Not much of a talker, are you? Oh, there he goes.
He's kind of an eccentric. I hear he's the genius inventor behind many of the Sprocket Aviation's business successes.
An inventor, huh?
Yep, he even designed this airship.
That's pretty impressive.
Nick, this is no time to be standing around gawking. We have to go after him. We need to ask him some questions about Ellen.
Oh, right. Looks like he was heading outside. To the mooring dock? September 21st, Sprocket Park, mooring dock. Here he is. Excuse me, could we talk to you? Excuse me, do you mind if I ask you what you're doing? Hey, buddy, I'm defending your fiance. I need you to talk to me.
He sure is riding up a storm.
It is possible. And theoretically, matter can retain its form even as it crosses the event horizon. Well, let's just see what it has to say about Ellen. Hold on. Let me think how to do this more properly.
It is possible. An enormous change in mass could be detected at that observation point, and theoretically, matter can retain its form even as it crosses the event horizon.
Hi, buddy, defending your fiance. Does this bring anything to mind? Even some small, vague detail will do. Ah! This guy really doesn't want to talk, does he? We talk about Ellen? Excuse me, but we'll be representing Ellen in court tomorrow. So, could we ask you about the case? Ow! What the? Not interested? Do you think she actually killed somebody? Do you not love her? Not interested? How can you say something like that?
This is about your fiance. She's under arrest, you know.
The diameter of the airship is approximately something. The amount of energy necessary to move matter comprised of that amount is... He's off in his own little world.
The diameter of the airship is approximately 80 feet. The amount of energy necessary to move matter comprised of that amount of mass is... I can't believe he said he was not interested in talking about his own bride's arrest.
We'll just have to talk on his level then, with something he might be interested in. Pendant? Do you take a look at this?
Is that Ellen's?
Ellen told us she traveled through time during the incident. You said it happened after she made a wish on this pendant.
Mean to say you two are Ellen's lawyers?
Bro!
Yes, I just told you that a minute ago. Sorry, I was lost in thought. Wasn't even listening?
Oh boy. Not at all what I expected, based on Ellen's gushing testimonial anyway. Alright, now can we talk about her? We'd like to ask you about Ellen's case, if you don't mind.
I don't know a thing about it, so why don't you go ask the police?
In other words, not interested.
This guy's the worst. Now I feel sorry for poor Ellen.
In that case, can I ask you about how Ellen traveled through time?
Go on.
Guess that got your attention.
So, is time travel really even possible?
Yes, it is possible. Alrighty then.
At the same time, it's also impossible. The pendant I gave Ellen is not supposed to operate as a time machine by itself.
What do you mean?
Timekeeper, that clock we had displayed at the reception hall? That is the body of the time machine. Pendant is simply a part. That clock was the murder weapon, wasn't it? But it's a time machine too? What Ellen experienced is akin to traveling down a road by car key. Physically and metaphysically, it should be impossible. Unless, maybe the quantum system inside the pendant somehow accidentally interfered with the natural flow of the fourth dimension? We're losing him again. Maybe we'd better ask him some more about the time machine. So you've been researching time travel, have you? Moving through the space-time continuum would be Moving through the space-time continuum would be man's ultimate means of travel. Time travel as a mode of transportation? At the dawn of time, man has developed multifarious methods of transportation. Horses, steam engines, gas engines, airplanes, spaceships. They're all fundamentally similar in that they constitute three-dimensional movement. Travel through the space-time continuum would shift mankind into a new paradigm. I don't know why, Nick, but I'm getting awfully sleepy all of a sudden. Generations, Sprocket Aviation has advanced the development of transportation. Therefore, it's only natural that I would research time travel as man's next great leap. Oh, is he done? So what exactly does all that stuff he was saying mean, Nick? Well, basically it's like taking a hamburger joint and adding a drive-thru to it, I guess. Oh, I get it. It's the same burger, but with a quicker and more efficient delivery system. So what Soren really wants to do is... Lunch? She said lunch. She's saying lunch. Lunch humanity into the future. Launch, not lunch. You really believe that time travel is possible? It only becomes truly impossible when man stops daring to believe. Besides, time travelers do exist, you know. You wouldn't understand. Did you hear that, Nick? Time travelers really do exist. All I know is Soren isn't the easiest guy to wrap your head around. Oh, I don't know. I kinda like the way he talks. It's full of hope for the future. He's more passionate than I thought, too. When it comes to inventions, anyway. Yeah, his apparent lack of concern for Ellen is troubling, though. So I hear that the rest of the Sprocket family was opposed to your marriage. What are your thoughts on that? Aye. Master Soren. You seem like you could be sus. Who are you? It's time for the meeting on next term's project. What is this? Daydreaming about your inventions again? Tut! You are the future president. You must consider the business side too. Oh my god. Reminds me of that one dude. The dude with the hair, the line of hair color that was exclusive to him. He has the shoulder pads that function as something weird. It is I found Soren. Send the car over at once. Not interested. Oh, Master Soren, you do give me quite the headache at times. In any case, your attendant is waiting. Please go to him now. Excuse me, but who are you? Oh, where are my manners? My name is Pierce Nickety. Name's Pierce, huh? Please call me Pierce. Pierce Nick. Pierce neck? Pierce in the neck? I don't know. Depends on how this guy really, how the victim really died. I am the Sprocket family butler. Nick, a butler! I didn't know they actually still existed. Of course they still exist. I thought they were just on TV and stuff. And who might you be, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh, I'm Phoenix Wright, Ellen White's lawyer.
And I'm his assistant, Maya Fey. I'm a spirit medium. Oh, so it is you. I'm most grateful for you taking on Miss Ellen's defense. You have my sincerest thanks.
Don't mention it? So hey, speaking of the case...
Oh, one moment, please. Wow, what a beautiful pocket watch. Oh, this? It's just a bit of a good luck charm.
That's one expensive good luck charm. But I guess it makes sense, knowing that time is pretty important in his line of work. So I guess that pocket watch is as important to him as my attorney's badge is to me.
There is a little time before I must attend to Master Soren again. When it come to Sprocket Manor.
Huh? You mean to Soren's home?
As a token of appreciation for taking on Miss Ellen's defense, I would like to serve you some delicious tea and refreshments. Oh boy, Nick, a fancy high society tea party with high-class snacks and everything.
And what about the investigation?
You kidding? What better place to investigate than Soren's house?
I don't know. Do you really think this house is going to give us any new leads?
Of course it will. I say we take the butler up on his kind offer and go to Soren's place.
Alright. You win.
Very good. To Sprocket Manor, then.
Yes, we're going to the foyer of the manor. Hey, we got fancy hat and fancy dresses and fancy tea and, for some reason, bowls. Sure. September 21st, Sprocket Manor foyer.
Wow, this place does not disappoint. Ooh, I'm so excited.
Uh-oh, there she goes. Whoa, slow down, Maya. Mansion isn't going anywhere.
Now then, you won't have to worry about anyone untoward eavesdropping here. I take it you wanted to ask me some questions?
Huh? That's why you invited us here? For privacy? You know what? Respect.
I'm sorry to have tricked you like this, but this is a murder, after all. Couldn't talk openly about it in public and risk sullying the Sprocket family's reputation.
Fair.
Aw, and I was really looking forward to all those fancy snacks, too.
There, Maya, don't cry. This Pierce guy is one shrewd man.
Hey, Nick, look at that cute vintage radio.
Radio? Oh, that thing over there under the stuffed bull's head?
I'm gonna take a closer look.
And she broke it. I told you to settle down!
Sorry.
Not to worry. Holy shit. What? He just has a little robot on his shoulder to, like, fix shit all the time? Oh my god, okay. Wow, that little mech fixed it right up.
I'm not only the butler, but I'm also Sprocket Aviation's repair department director.
Alright then.
One might say that patching things up is my specialty.
That was incredible! What is that little doohickey on your shoulder anyway?
It's my fixer upper shoulder mech. Master Soren made it for me. Has too many features and functions to effectively enumerate at the moment, though.
That's so cool! I wish I had one of those!
Fixing things is a simple matter, but fixing people is a different matter. Even a skilled physician... Even a skilled physician can't bring back the dead. Oh, but forgive me. I seem to have gotten sidetracked.
Must be in shock over Mr. Gloomsbury's death. Still, I do need to ask him some questions about the case. Should take a look around and see what I can find out while I'm here too. Okay, but first I gotta show you my badge, because that's the requirement.
And what is this?
Just wondering if there's anything you can tell me about it.
I'm afraid not.
I see.
Time is money, as they say, so perhaps you should learn to spend it more wisely.
Right. Good advice, but his chilly attitude is giving me some serious goosebumps. Alright, let's look around. Snoopy, Snoopy. What's on the floor? Excuse me, but there's a card here on the floor. Well, look at that. It's a Flying Chapel key card. Flying Chapel? What areas on the Flying Chapel require a key card, if I may ask? Mostly areas we want to keep the public out of. Just the staff room and the hold, which is chock full of machinery. So you can't enter those areas without a key card? That's right. This one here belongs to Ellen. Wait, what's Ellen's key card doing here? Ellen come back here after the incident occurred? I don't believe so, and she was arrested by the police straight away this morning. Although, there was a strange man with a gaudy jacket in here earlier. Oh my god, why was Larry here? Was that man wearing a beret by any chance? Yes, he was, as a matter of fact. He was also wearing sunglasses and a fake mustache. How did he get in here? I knew it. The only question is, what was he doing here? Oh, are those pictures of the wedding reception? Yes, I took them with my trusty camera here.
Do you mind if we have a look at that photo?
You're my guest. Take as long of a look as you'd like. Alright, we got fog coming out. And the butler is standing over there by what's definitely a bull. And not a cow. Well, what do you think of this gorgeous dreamscape? Thick fog billows across the room, making it look as if the couple were walking on clouds.
Wow, look how beautiful Ellen is here. She looks a little nervous, though.
Doesn't she?
Hey, look, there's Pierce.
Really? Where? No, back there.
Right there, behind the sweetheart table.
Yeah, you're right. Betty was there attending to the happy couple the whole dinner.
So what do you think, Nick? Does anything in this photo stick out at you?
Not at the moment, anyway. A photo of the reception taken by a relative. Much of the reception hall is obscured by a thick fog.
Hey, Nick, if Ellen really did travel back in time, you think this photo is the second reception? You know, after the time jump?
Yeah. I wonder. Excuse me, sir? Yes, can I help you? Ellen told us she traveled back in time. Would you happen to know anything about that? Oh, no, I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about. Why are you so nervous when I ask you that? You should be weirded out and confused. He clammed up faster than a clam. The relatives are definitely plotting some shit here.
Nick! Look at that airplane propeller up there going round and round.
I see they've gotten an aviation theme going on. Makes sense for an airline family. I wonder if it doubles as a fan.
Ooh, what if the rest of the plane were... Ooh, what if the rest of the plane were on the other side of that wall?
No, it's not, Maya.
And the wall would open up so the plane could take off in an emergency. How cool would that be?
If that's what's behind the propeller wall, then what's behind the bull wall across the way? Oh, I know. Maybe it's the rest of him. That must be where the sprockets get their milk.
Heck. First of all, that's a beef cow. And second, bulls don't make milk.
Oh, right. That's what I get for trying to play along. Nick, you should know better by now. Don't go down to Maya's level.
Hey, Nick! Now here's a real lady.
Is that the mom? She looks as smart as a whip, doesn't she?
Wonder who she is. We didn't see her on the airship.
That must be Soren's mom. It has to be, right? That is Selena Sprocket, Soren's eldest sister. Oh, that's the big sister. Beautiful and capable, she was a great lady. Soren's sister? I think I see their resemblance. Maybe I'll show Pierce this photo later and ask him about her. Photo of Soren's older sister, Selena. It looks like it was taken in some kind of office. Did she die? Oh, it's the bridal bouquet.
Hey, Nick, how about I throw it? And you try to catch it.
Why me?
Just because. I bet you'd look hilarious flailing around trying to grab it.
Doesn't tradition dictate that it's the ladies that go after the bouquet?
Who cares? Just catch it. Here.
Ow! Hey! You threw that right in my face!
Oh, you don't want to catch that bouquet, trust me. Why not? You say it's bad luck to catch the bouquet of a marriage that doesn't last.
But I already caught it.
Whoops, too late now, huh, Nick?
Thanks, Maya. Don't you dare touch that radio again. Looks like an expensive antique.
What are you worried about? If it breaks again, Pierce will just fix it up again.
I really hope she's nice enough to waive the repair. He's nice enough to waive the repair bill. Cow? Sorry, bull. A bull. Come to think of it, there was a bull logo on the side of the flying chapel, too.
The president of the company must have had a thing for cattle. The bull is the symbol of Sprocket Aviation. Be as strong and steady as a bull. And that's the company creed, you know.
Probably for all the backbreaking labor they put their employees through.
By the way, the bull logo on that flying chapel, the one with the rainbow wings. His name is Rainy the Rainbow. Get it?
I get it! He's a rainbow-colored bull, so he's a rainbow, right? I thought it was because he was a bull with rainbow wings. And like, you know, Red Bull gives you wings and we were making a pun off of Red Bull. But okay, sure.
What a memorable name, huh, Nick?
Yeah, for the lameness of the pun. Alright, I think it's time to talk to our butler. Let's talk about the incident. About the incident Miss Ellen was arrested for.
You think she did it?
Well, I can't prove it yet, but no, I don't think she could have done it. I guess you could call it a gut feeling.
I see. I guess we have different opinions then.
Do we now?
The prosecution says that when Gloomsbury attacked Miss Ellen, she fought back and ended up killing him. I agree with this perspective. Or rather, that is the consensus of the entire Sprocket family.
Even so, I heard an interesting story from Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. I heard that the Sprocket family had tried to pressure the prosecutor's office into burying this case.
I fear you are mistaken. All we sought was merely a legal consultation. Besides, none of it matters now, as she is no longer a part of this family. Fortunately for us, they had yet to give their marriage license before holding the banquet. Oh, interesting. So basically, once they realized they couldn't sway the prosecution, they cut her loose. I realize how callous this must sound, but my duty is to protect the Sprocket family, and more specifically, Sprocket Aviation's future, and Master Soren, whose genius is essential to the company. I will do anything to achieve that goal. That is my job as the Sprocket family butler. You know, I think Pierce and Mr. Edgeworth would get along really well, don't you think? Yeah, I could easily picture Edgeworth with a butler. Oh, and by the way, suppose I should tell you about this as well. It's about when the members of the extended family and I discovered the crime. Oh, so you were part of the group that discovered the crime, huh? About that. Did no one say anything to you about traveling through time? It must have been delirious. There is no need to take such a claim seriously. Soren himself said that time travel was possible, though. Master Soren said that? Sounds like he is still stuck in the past. He's psychologically stuck, I take it. Excuse me. What is it? I see. Definitely giving me vibes of that one crazy, assistant from Ninetales Valley. I believe I told you the madam will be having milk tea. Still, have lemon slices at the ready, just in case. You must not disappoint her, understand? You sure are busy. All in a day's work. Still, we really do need Master Soren to start focusing on the business side of things soon. Could you tell us about that thing you mentioned about Soren's past? There's something in Master Soren's past that he wishes he could change. Please forgive me. This isn't something I should be sharing with strangers. Now I really want to know what Soren's still hung up on. Alright, let's talk about discovering the crime. Was some time after the reception. Some of the master's relatives and I went to clean up the reception hall, and that is when we saw it. A woman standing in front of the victim with a bloody murder weapon in her hand. It was none other than Miss Ellen. Okay, but there wasn't any blood on it. When the police found it. But Pierce, it wasn't what it looked like. That's right, she just happened to find the body. I do not know what Miss Ellen has told you, but what we witnessed was unmistakably the moment immediately after the deed had been committed. Ugh. And that is what I told the police who came in response to my call. I see, so you're the one who called the police. So Pierce was the one who reported to the police, huh? Alright, let's show him that photo and get some more info out of this guy. Who dis? Pierce, the woman in this photo is Soren's older sister, Selena, right? I don't think we've met her yet. Yes, about that. He seems hesitant all of a sudden. If you wouldn't mind, could you tell us about her? All right. Very well. She is a big part of Master Soren's past, after all. Soren's past? Let's talk about that. Master Soren will become the next president of Sprocket Aviation. However, that wasn't always so. Miss Selena Sprocket, Master Soren's elder sister, was next in line. So, why isn't she becoming the next president? Because she died in a car accident. Alright, just pouring out the rest of my tea. What? I had no idea. Actually, Master Soren was also in the car with her at the time of the accident, losing the sister he loved right before his eyes devastated him. Ever since then, he has buried himself in his research on time machines. He also became a quiet and meticulous, almost compulsive note-taker around then. Seems so stiff and robotic. I had no idea he was carrying all that around inside him. Master Soren has abandoned the company business and spends all his time on his inventions. As the family butler, I am truly concerned. I believe it is high time he let go of the past. Hey Nick, what are you doing here? Oh god, fuck, it's Larry. Hey Nick, what are you doing here, Larry? Aw man, Eddie gave me a heck of a hard time. Larry, what are you doing here? I came to promote my new character, Q Piglet. I was hoping Sprocket Aviation would do some kind of tie-in with me for it. Wow, I didn't know Larry was such an aggressive businessman. You can learn a thing or two from him, Nick. Why don't you promote your agency to them? Now's not exactly the time for that, in case you haven't noticed. See? And this is why you'll never be rich. We're working against them. Oh yeah, that's not the time. Actually, Larry, I've been meaning to ask you something. You were there on the Flying Chapel yesterday, right? Huh? Was I? What were you doing there? Nothing. Whatever it was, I bet it wasn't anything to be proud of, but never mind that. Did you see anything that had to do with the case? Scratch that. Let's start with, you weren't involved in this case, were you? Larry? There he goes. We're definitely going to have to deal with this idiot in court, aren't we? Hey, he took off! I just knew it. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Come on, Maya, after him. Oh, are you leaving so soon? We, have to run. Thank you for making time for us. I know you have to investigate, but please try to spare the family's feelings as you do. Yes, of course. Where did that idiot go? Already searched here, yeah. I don't know what I was looking for. Where the hell did this idiot go? September 21st, Sprocket Park Mooring Dock. There he is. Hey, Larry! Hey there, friend! Fancy meeting you here! There's nothing fancy about it, all we did was follow you! So tell me, Larry, why did you run away like that? Huh? Me? I don't know what you're talking about. Bolt of inspiration for my new picture book hit me and I had to run is all. It was like, Cupiphany. You dig it? Right. He's just gonna keep on playing dumb, isn't he, Nick? Yeah, that's about on brand for Larry. I showed you my badge. What did you see? Come on, Larry, I know you were on that airship, so what did you see?
I didn't see anything! I didn't see anything because I was never on that stupid airship. Cyclops. Say something? The spiritual power of this Magatama allows me to see these mystical locks that appear when someone's trying to hide something from me. They're called Cyclocks, and when I see them, I simply tap the Magatama to try my hand at breaking them. If I can unlock them, I'm sure to finally get a straight answer out of him. This idiot. Making me work hard at nothing. Alright, let's do this. I got your wallet. I know you're on the damn airship, you idiot. What Larry is hiding? This is no time for games, Larry. I will find out what you're hiding. I'm telling you, Nick, you got it all wrong. I got nothing to do with this case whatsoever. Ah, come on, Larry. Even a baby could see through that such a blatant and obvious lie. Nothing whatsoever, huh? If you weren't involved, Larry, then you wouldn't have been involved with this person. You're the one who brought Ellen to my office in the first place. And all those cops? Nothing to do with the case whatsoever isn't gonna cut it this time, Larry. You have to lie, at least do a better job of it. God, you're an idiot, Larry. Don't diss me, Nick! You're so convinced I'm lying, let me ask you this. What makes you think I was on that stupid little airship anyway? Let me see some proof if you've got any. I have your wallet, you dum-dum. Doubling down, are ya? Fine! You want proof, Larry? Here's proof that you were on that airship. I have your wallet, you idiot. Uh-oh. This is your business card wallet, isn't it, Larry? Found it there in the reception hall. Gah! I'm gonna come clean, Larry Butts. What exactly are you hiding? Did you crash a wedding? Yeah, alright, fine, you got me. I'll tell you everything. What did you see, you idiot? Larry, what were you doing on that airship anyway? Well, I went there to deliver the welcome to our wedding sign that you ordered from me. You're a vendor, and then you crashed the wedding. Huh, I didn't know you took on real jobs like that, too. For your information, my wedding welcome signs are very popular on the net. And that's how you met Ellen? Uh-huh. I mean, I'd seen her in the photo for the welcome sign, but seeing her in person? The way she smiled at me and said thank you? Ugh. Felt like I'd been hit by lightning. Fucking getting married, you idiot! And that's when you fell in love with somebody else's bride, huh? So, were you invited to the reception? Can you believe they told me only family or relatives could attend? I hate this man. They wouldn't even let me into the reception hall! Then how the fuck did your wallet get there? Smart move on their part, I'd say. I got upset and started wandering around the airship. That must have been when I dropped my business card wallet. His pipe blows bubbles. It's a toy. Somebody else must have found it. And brought it to the reception hall then. Know what? I saw something incredible while I was on the Flying Chapel. Like... Get a load of this! The heck is this? What do you mean, what is this? Isn't it obvious? It's a drawing! Let's get a picture of one of the cabins on the airship. So what's so incredible about a cabin besides the fucking pterodactyl outside the window? Look, it was outside the window! One of those flying dinosaurs, a real live pterodactyl. I looked out the cabin window and there it was, just flying out there. That airship traveled through time, I tell you. No, you're just a fucking idiot. What?
What?
I told that Pierce Butler guy about it. He told me to never mention it to anybody ever again. But why would he try to keep you from spouting what is clearly just nonsense? Maybe Sprocket Aviation is secretly developing a time machine. I don't think that's it. No way.
Nick, this case is totally amazing. Larry, you didn't tell Mr. Edgeworth about this, did you?
Of course not. Edgy would just roll his eyes and think I was off my rocker. I didn't even tell him I was wandering around on the airship. I told him I met Ellie at the mooring dock and we ran away together. Oh, Edgeworth is gonna love this in court. Oh, he's gonna have a great time with this. Yeah, I can see Edgeworth's eyes rolling right out of his head had he heard about this. A drawing Larry made from inside a cabin. It shows a pterodactyl flying outside the window. Okay, I have a theory. So Larry also experienced the time slip somehow. How's that possible? Hey Nick, I'll be taking my card wallet back now if you don't mind. Okay, here's my theory. Theory time. So we know how that fog machine isn't working correctly. What if that was diverted so that it spews outside and, you know, obscures everything outside so it looks all foggy and people can't really see right? And then it makes it look like they're flying among the clouds because it's supposed to make it look like the bride and groom are walking among the clouds. So, you know, it can make it look like they're flying up there when they're actually not. And then the strong wind that knocked the bench was probably the Zeppelin being still at ground level, but all the propellers running, because that would cause a pretty strong gust, I imagine. And then maybe the pterodactyl was just something, you know, it is a park, so maybe something was just flying past the window of one of the cabins, and then it looked like a fucking pterodactyl, but it was actually just something out here in the park. Maybe a kite or a balloon, I don't know. But there's a theory. There we go. Theory. Business card wallet swiped back by Larry. Oh yeah, this is for you. What is it? A picture of the hold. I took it when I was wandering around on the airship. Yeah, so there's definitely a female cow that should have been out there. Interesting, okay. See? There's Ellie right there in the middle. The hold? Yeah, see? It's right here on the diagram. Oh, right down there. Okay. Okay, so now I know where the hold is, but what was Ellen doing there? Well, they were using it as a prepping area for the reception. I see, and around when did you take this? For the reception. I took it while Ellie was getting everything ready. This was taken before the incident occurred. I don't know if it'll be of any help, but thanks for this anyway. Photo of hold added to the court record. Photo of the hold stealthily taken by Larry. Ellen can be seen near the center. By the way, Larry, I heard that the door to the hold is controlled by a security system. So how did you get in there? That's trade secret, I can't tell ya! And the hits just keep on coming. Well, I guess that's basically a wrap on the investigation.
Not quite, Nick. I want to meet Ellen too.
Oh, that's right, you haven't met her yet, have you? Okay, let's head over to the detention center. And then, so you can say hi. September 21st, detention center's visitors room.
No! Why?
Please understand that this is in Master Soren's best interest. Sounds like Ellen's busy talking with someone. I knew it, it's him. You are the most sus person. He's a very beautiful person, though. Let's be real about that. I dig the hair. Next president cannot be married to a criminal. It would disgrace Sprocket Aviation. Ellen, I need you to forget about this marriage. Pardon us. Isn't Mr. Wright? So their marriage is definitely off? There was no other choice. You cannot have a criminal in the family. For the sake of Master Soren and the Sprocket family, this is what is best. Whoa! Wizard Vic coming in with the party too! Hello, hello, happy Saturday, y'all. How's everyone doing? Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Sparkling Parfait, I'm a variety streamer, and on Saturdays, like today, we do a story game. So we're doing Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, the DLC case. Oh no, why are we crying? How was your game? What are you playing? Who are you guys? Are we crying because Ellen's crying? Let me give you guys a shout out. Oh, because she's crying? Alright, fair, 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 fair. She's crying because the butler is like, you can't get married to the heir of our family business because now you're a criminal convicted of murder. Even though I'm pretty damn sure, I am like 80% sure the entire family and this butler are all in on it, and they're trying to like set it up to frame her for murder because they didn't want her to marry their son, and like they just couldn't do anything to stop it. So they're like, let's convict her of murder, and that way we can call the whole thing off. Great idea. Anyway, yeah. Wizard Vic needs more One Piece, but has to wait. Aww. We still have One Piece to watch. We could even do that later. There's been a murder! There's always a murder. Even when you think there hasn't been a murder, you find out later there's been a murder. And you're like, game, please. I thought there was no murder, but there was a murder. One time when we were like, oh cool, grand larceny case. That's neat. It's the first time there's no murder. Not part 2, there was a murder. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure it's all a setup. And then there's like a time traveling thing where she thinks she went back in time, and then Larry, the idiot, our beloved best friend, forced best friend, is also saying that he went back in time and saw the dinosaurs, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that this is a very plausible explanation for everything because of their like wacky shenanigans set up to like try to frame her for murder so she would not marry their son. And Larry, being an idiot, probably just got caught up in it because Larry. Is Murder Phoenix's equivalent to Dr. House's lupus? Yeah, kind of. It's actually murder rather than it never being lupus. It's always murder is the thing. Like every time it's murder. It's always murder. In that case, what if Nick here proved Ellen's innocence? Then you wouldn't have a criminal in the family, right? Oh, he's not gonna like that. I'm pretty sure this guy did it. He is like kind of rude and standoffish and cold, and I'm like, I'm super suspicious of you. I'm sure the family put it up to you, and then like you're the one who actually killed the other guy, who was also a servant and Ellen's coworker. So right now I suspect him. Although usually the villain is like some kind of like definitely creepy looking dude and not like a beautiful looking character like this. I really like this character's hair. So I'm like, that's a little weird. He looks like fairly normal for the villain, because you usually can tell like, okay, this guy's the fucking villain because he sucks. But the guy looks pretty normal minus the shoulder pad. This is like the evil mech bot shoulder pad that like comes out and does phone calls and repairs shit for him. Actually a really cool toy, but also shoulder pads are evil. And the last guy we saw with like functional shoulder pads that acted like cell phones, definitely evil. Also, he was a creep. So, right now he's our biggest suspect. I suppose you are right, but I am afraid that will be impossible. That's not true. Not for Nick. He may look like a nobody, but he can do some pretty amazing things. Our beloved assistant, who's supposed to be talking us up, but doesn't quite. Oh, I think I forgot to say thank you. Thank you guys for rating and coming in. Much appreciated. I don't take cases on lightly, so rest assured I will prove her innocence. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I understand your name is quite well known in the judicial world. For better or for worse. I can't argue with that. Pierce, I want you to promise me this. If I can prove Ellen's innocence, then you won't stand in the way of Soren and Ellen's marriage. Very well. But not even the most talented lawyer in the world can change reality itself. And the reality is, Miss Ellen is guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt. I believe that's where you're wrong, Pierce.
I'm clean! I swear I am! Excessively, compulsively clean! Just as clean and pure as this pure white dress!
Oh, this poor girl. Fine, you have my word. But you will be the one to regret this promise. I mean, what do we got to lose? We're gonna call it off anyway. Just let it be. Hold on. Gonna use the new emote. Suits this well. Let it go and move on. Now, if you will excuse me. And I have all the more reason to win this case. Ellen, we have finished our investigation, and we'd like to talk with you about what we found. She's pulling herself together. She does it really quick, too. I'm like, you didn't even touch her hair. That's kind of amazing.
Okay, so what did you find out?
Hold on, we gotta save because it crashes sometimes. Alright, let's talk to you. Investigation results. In the course of our investigation, we heard that you had been standing in front of the victim with the murder weapon in your hands. And there she goes.
It wasn't what it looked like! It's true that I was holding the murder weapon. When I found him, he was already dead. I panicked. I was hoping I could go back in time again like I had done earlier. So I picked up the timekeeper from the pedestal and brought it over without thinking.
I see. You were so desperate you were ready to try anything, huh? Unfortunately, that sort of behavior makes you an easy target for the prosecution.
No.
And as for your little trip through time, none of your in-laws could confirm your story, I'm afraid.
I see.
Where? She keeps pulling out, like, the most random shit, even though she shouldn't have anything on her because she's in a wedding dress, and there's definitely no pockets in that. So she has a pan and a ladle that she bangs against each other. She has this skillet and some salt. And then she has an iron and a button-down shirt for whatever reason that she just pulls all this shit out of nowhere. And I'm like, how? Where? Why did they let you keep these things on you? You're in prison! For that matter, why are you still wearing your wedding dress? That's weird. This universe makes no sense sometimes.
I see.
The only exception is Larry. He said he saw something.
Really? What did he see?
Time travel. Oh boy, here we go. Can't say I quite believe it myself, but Larry claims he saw something incredible. He claims he saw a pterodactyl flying outside the airship.
What?
Not only that, but apparently Pierce Nickety told Larry to keep quiet about it. Sorry, I'm like still thinking about that name and like trying to narrow down the pun.
But why would Pierce do such a thing? Larry's theory is that Sprocket Aviation is developing something in secret. Time machine, to be exact. You think that's why nobody would confirm my story? As it's a secret?
I really don't know. But speaking of your in-laws, we did manage to find your keycard at Sprocket Manor. One of your in-laws said he'd keep an eye on it for you.
Oh, thank goodness. I lost it while I was getting things ready for the reception. I looked everywhere for it.
I'm so glad you found it! Oh my god, she's just pouring into that pan. Look at her go. Oh, even her earrings are like teardrops. She's just a sad face emoji. At least they're tears of joy this time for a change.
Well, Nick?
Looks like you'll have to prove the existence of time travel in court tomorrow. No. Let's not do that.
That's right. I swear that when Mr. Gloomsbury was being killed, I was busy traveling back through time.
Great. With stodgy skeptic Edgeworth at the helm of the prosecution tomorrow. We're really gonna have our work cut out for us. Will be continued. Alright, we're definitely gonna save. I was gonna stop after just one section and then come back to this later. But we can go just like a little bit longer. We'll do like a part way through and then we'll pick it up. But I do need a break. So we'll hit that first. We'll do like 1 or 2 testimonies. And then play you guys some music and I will be right back. I need to take a quick break and then we will resume. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Oop. Okay. Oh. Here's the plan. We're gonna go a little bit longer. We'll do 1 or 2 testimonies. We'll see how long it takes to get through the 1 or 2 testimonies. I'm sure Larry's gonna be involved in here somehow because he's an idiot. Then we'll probably stop for the evening because my voice is getting really tired because I'm not used to doing this right now after a couple week break again. And then we'll figure it out from there. But anyway, let's keep going a little bit longer while we still can. So, September 22nd, 8:45 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 3.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Morning, Ellen. I see you're still wearing your wedding gown.
I will continue to wear it until our marriage is saved. Oh, Soren! Do you think he came to see how she's holding up? Soren, my love! You came all the way to the courthouse just to see me? Oh, Soren, I don't know what to say.
Blueprints. I don't know if he really loves her. I'm like, one of my questions is like, why were they getting married in the first place? He seems so cold towards her. Or about her, rather.
Huh?
Engine blueprints. I can't find them. You know where they are?
Oh, they're in your room, 3rd shelf from the bottom on the right-hand side.
Does he love her because she, like, remembers everything for him? I see. And then he's gone. He's leaving already?
Don't tell me he came just to ask about some stupid blueprints. Is he really that cold of a person, or is that just how he comes off, I wonder? What about me, Soren?
Ellen. He's back. I'm home soon. I'm lost without you. Oh, he really does care! Oh, okay, now it's cute. Now it's cute again. Okay.
Soren!
Later. He's just really bad at expressing himself. Okay, I can understand and respect that.
Looks like showing your vulnerabilities is the fastest way to capturing a woman's heart. You should take notes on this, Nick.
With who? Wait, what happened to his girlfriend? Not Dahlia, the other one. Dahlia's twin sister, the good one. The one Nick was actually dating. Fuck, I forgot her name. Please leave me out of this. Anyway, looks like Soren isn't big on words. But it's clear that he cares about Ellen. Knowing that, I actually feel kind of relieved. Me too, Nick. Oh, you messed up your makeup. Oh, here she goes.
Mr. Wright, I just absolutely can't be found guilty, you hear?
Don't worry, I'm gonna do everything I can to prove your innocence.
Thank you, Mr. Wright.
Trial's about to start, sir. Edgeworth. Knowing him, he's not gonna yield an inch. So I've just got to fight with everything I've got and save Ellen. September 22nd, 9 o'clock a.m., District Court. Courtroom number 6. Day 1, court is now in session. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Ellen Wyatt. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Seeing so many familiar faces gathered together like this, I feel as though I'm at a grand reunion. Makes me want to go out for dinner and a drink and reminisce with all of you.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. I was dying for a real burger the whole time I was away.
We could make it a welcome back party for Maya. How about it, Edgeworth? I've no intention of cavorting with my enemies. Come on, don't be a party pooper. Let's go out. Let's go for food and drinks after this. Now then, Your Honor, let us start this trial at once. Ho ho! Still not one for light-hearted banter, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? Jokes and good humor are beyond worthless in a court of law.
Guess we'll just have to have the party without him then.
However, were it after the conclusion of this trial, I might consider joining you for your little welcome back party. Aw, he just wants to come. It's fine, you can come along, Edgeworth. Certainly wouldn't mind an invite at the very least.
He's still as emotionally constipated as ever, I see.
Yeah, nothing's changed with him, Maya. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please go over the details of this case for us. He does look very doom and gloom, Mr. Gloomsbury. The victim was Dumas Gloomsbury, servant in the Sprocket household. He was in attendance at the wedding reception that occurred from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mr. Gloomsbury apparently felt some animosity toward Ellen Wyatt, and a bit after the reception ended at 10 p.m., he assaulted Miss Wyatt with the intent to kill her. The defendant fought back and ended up killing Mr. Gloomsbury. In other words, it was justified self-defense, correct? If that's the case, then the defendant might not be criminally responsible. He's right. Worst case scenario, I could go for self-defense to avoid the criminal charge. Wonder how Edgeworth plans to counter that, though. Prosecution's first witness will make my view on the matter clear, Your Honor. Very well. Bailiff, please bring in the first witness. Oh boy, here we go. Who do we got? Who we got? That's definitely not Larry. Hey, Emma. Usually starts with a detective, so I get it. Please state your name and occupation, witness.
Emma Skye, forensic investigator. And I'd just like to say, sir, that being in the same courtroom as you is a great honor.
Oh yeah, I forgot she looked up to him. Oh, that's right. You're a fan of Edgeworth, aren't you, Emma?
We're good friends and all, Mr. Wright. But just this once, I intend to faithfully and fully testify for the prosecution. And I do mean that wholeheartedly.
Expect no less from you.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna do my very best.
I'm sorry that I'm gonna have to tear into you the way I did to Gumshoe, and I hope it doesn't affect your salary, because I know Edgeworth does that. So sorry, Emma, about what's about to happen. I'm so sorry.
Looks like you lost the popularity contest to Mr. Edgeworth, Nick.
I really could care less. Besides, you'll see who's the better lawyer once I win this trial.
Yeah, maybe then you'll actually really care less.
Now, Detective Skye, if you please. Witness testimony. Rundown of the case.
The murder weapon was a clock called the Timekeeper. The victim was hit with it from behind, and he fell over right into the lantern. The defendant was spotted then, standing in front of the body and holding the murder weapon. The victim was struck twice, by the way.
You struck twice?
That's right. There's no mistake about it. The first blow was to the back of the victim's head. It was hard enough to knock him unconscious. Yet, despite the fact that he had been immobilized by the first blow, the defendant delivered a second fatal blow to the side of the victim's head,
Sorry, had to sneeze. Was trying to hold that back, but just couldn't. So we're gonna claim excessive force means it wasn't self-defense, I assume. Which means what exactly? Figured it would go right over your head. Put it this way, by striking the victim a second time, the defendant killed her last chance to escape any criminal wrongdoing. Did? But how, Mr. Whitworth? Defendant may have been fighting back because she was being attacked. However, he then went on to deliver a fatal blow to a man who was already fully unconscious. Nick, is he saying what I think he is? I don't feel so well. Thus, Mr. Wright, has justified self-defense been removed from the table. Prosecution intends to prove that the defendant killed the victim with murderous intent. Allow me to belatedly submit the victim's autopsy report. Ah, so smug. Ah! So that's why he was acting all smug. More smug than usual. It's fine, right? It's not like we were gonna plead self-defense anyway, right? Right, but now the judge has a negative impression of Ellen. We know how easy it is to sway this judge. May not get to prosecute much anymore, but he definitely hasn't lost his touch. Bloomsbury's head shows sign of being hit twice. The timekeeper was used as the murder weapon. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. With pleasure, but also, let me take a look at this. Alright, time of death, September 20th, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., sometime in between there. Cause of death, cerebral hemorrhage from a strong blow to the head. One contusion was found on the back of the head, and one on the side. The blows were caused by the same weapon. Interesting. Cross-examination time. We should save. Alright, the murder weapon was the timekeeper. Are you completely sure the murder weapon was the timekeeper? Yes, completely. Nothing about how there was no blood on it. Okay. Shape of the injury on the victim's head matches up with that of the timekeeper. And it's definitely heavy enough to kill someone with. But would the defendant have been able to pick up and swing something so heavy? I tried it myself, and I was able to lift it up just fine. Maybe you're just freakishly strong? Excuse me, Mr. Wright? I'll have you know that people in the force know me as the dainty forensic investigator. Sorry, but really, you're hardly a delicate flower. Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. Save your antics for after the trial, if you know how. Yes, sir. It won't happen again, sir. Moving on. Hit from behind and fell over right into the lantern. The defendant was fighting back against the victim, right? If so, wouldn't she have hit him from the front and not from behind? The victim must have tried to run when once Miss Wyatt started fighting back. That's probably when he got hit from behind. I see, thus the blow to the back of the head. The defendant must have looked awfully scary when she was brandishing that clock. I don't know about that. Regardless of how scary Ellen looked, the victim was definitely hit from behind. May I go on? Yes, of course. Please do. Spotted, then standing in front of the body holding the murder weapon. But that's only because she was so panicked when she found the body that she tried to use the timekeeper to go back in time. Oh god, I hate his new objection. It's awful. Mr. Wright, have any idea how absurd you sound? But Miss Wyatt really believes she could travel through time with that clock. You really should have come up with a more credible story, you know? Yes, I agree. Me three, but it's all I've got to go on. Look, just because she believes she can doesn't mean that I think that she can. She just, it's in her head. There's people like that. People who are fucking crazy, and it's fine. Not that I'm saying time travel's crazy, just, you know, people believe in crazy things all the time, so, you know, even if you think time travel's crazy, that doesn't mean that necessarily that people don't believe in it. There you go. Anyway, under the circumstances, the only conclusion we can draw is that the defendant killed the victim. Struck twice, by the way. Miss Wyatt must have had a chance to escape after she struck the victim the first time. So why would she stick around and hit him with such a heavy object again? Well, about that, allow me to explain. Why did she strike him again indeed? Finish off the victim, of course. This very act clearly shows that she had every intention of killing Mr. Gloomsbury. Ugh. But Miss Wyatt would never do a thing like that. Then let's see some evidence that disproves my theory. You gonna just stand there and take that from him, Nick? Can't refute his claim head on, so I'll have to approach it from a different angle. Well, it looks like we won't be going anywhere until we can refute Edgeworth's claim. This is so exciting! We haven't taken on Mr. Edgeworth in ages! Yeah... Okay, Nick, now go get him. No need to rush me, Maya. Alright, I better start by comparing Emma's testimony with the evidence we have. And look for any glaring inconsistencies. Oops, nope. And fell over right into the lantern. I guess it does look- wait. Fell into it sideways, though? Inside one of the lanterns in the reception hall, yeah. So if he was hit in the back of the head and he fell immediately unconscious, why is there blood on his hand? And I've trying to spot it, fell right over into the lantern. I know that's not relevant right now, I'm just looking at it. Hmm. Hold up, if he fell right into the lantern, how would she have hit him again? Because he fell face forward. Alright, let's save. Alright, it's either this statement or the last one, but either way, I'm pretty sure it's this. Ready? Objection! Detective Sky, I'm afraid I have to apologize in advance.
For what?
For embarrassing you in front of your idol.
What do you mean?
If you take a look at this photo of the crime scene, you'll see that the victim is lying on his back. But if the victim had been hit from behind, as you claim, then he should have fallen over into the lantern face down.
Ah!
It's not enough to simply take someone's side, Detective Sky, even if it's Mr. Edgeworth.
Ooh.
There does appear to be a flaw in Detective Sky's testimony. Couple things, really.
Mr. Wright, if you think I'm gonna just back right down, then you're sadly mistaken.
Emma is unusually fired up today.
Don't forget, she's in front of her in Hero, Nick. If the Steel Samurai came to watch this trial, I'd want to do my absolute best too.
Yeah, but haven't we been in that situation before where we were with the Steel Samurai in the trial? Okay. Oh, wait, you were kidnapped. Okay, never mind.
Listen, Mr. Wright. It's entirely possible that the defendant moved the victim's body after he fell over.
But y'all said that they walked in right after the murder happened, so when? She was holding the murder weapon, supposedly still.
In that case, there wouldn't be any contradiction, right?
Indeed. That was an excellent counter-argument, Detective.
You can count on me, sir. So, what do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright?
Is it possible that the victim's body was moved after he fell into the lantern? No. No, they walked right on in. Sorry, Detective, but there's no way the victim's body was moved after his death.
Oh, really? And what makes you so sure?
Also, these petals fell on him. One look at this here and it should become obvious. All the stuff that fell on him.
Those broken bits of the lantern?
Yeah, if the body had been moved after the fact, these fragments would have fallen off of it. But as you can clearly see, they're lying perfectly undisturbed on top of the body. This means that the victim must have been lying face up from before the lantern even broke.
You're right! Wait a minute. If that's true, then when was the victim killed? I mean, the lantern was still whole during the reception, right?
Right, which means we've just overturned a major assumption about the case. If the victim was already dead before the lantern was even broken, then the body must have been inside the lantern since before the reception started. In other words, the defense asserts that the victim was killed before the wedding reception. What? In short, when Miss Wyatt was seen standing in front of the body after the reception, it wasn't the moment just after the murder was committed. It was the moment she happened to discover the body, just as Miss Wyatt claims.
Ah!
Whether the act was committed before or after the reception is entirely inconsequential. After all, it was the defendant who prepared the reception hall for the event in question. And therefore, when the murder occurred, changes nothing with regard to her guilt. She could have killed the victim before the reception, as you claim, and then even tried to hide his body in the lantern after the event ended. Sorry, but that doesn't make any sense. I mean, where would the body have been hidden during the reception in your scenario? That's... Even you have to admit, Mr. Edgeworth, that this has opened up a new possibility. Do explain, Mr. Wright. Well, if Miss Wyatt didn't commit the crime in the reception hall, then that means someone, somewhere, put the victim's body into the lantern. I suppose that makes sense. dead body couldn't have put itself in there. Exactly, Your Honor. In other words, the murder actually occurred before the reception. It opens up the possibility that he was killed somewhere else. The defendant didn't do it. He was killed some other way. He was killed somewhere else, I assume. Is that where we're going with this? I guess that was unnecessary save. If the body was hidden inside the lantern, then it's possible that the body was moved along with it from somewhere else.
Oh, you're right.
And run that mouth of yours all you want. Do you have any evidence to support what's coming out of it, Mr. Wright? Of course I do. I think the answer lies in that piece of evidence, and in something that was left at the crime scene that will point us to where the victim was really killed. Very well, Mr. Wright, in that case... Hold up. Hold up, hold up. Oh, there's those flowers. What proves that the lantern and the body were moved from somewhere else? It's this one and the other photo together. This proves that the murder took place somewhere other than the reception hall. I'm afraid I can't see that I follow. Piece of evidence won't help you make your point, Nick. Alright, it's the body first. Yeah. Fine.
Photo of the victim again?
Yes. I'd like the court to focus on this thing right here. One of the petals.
Flower petals, Mr. Wright?
These petals are from a kind of flower that were not present in the reception hall. That means they must have gotten into the lantern when it was somewhere else. Just where do you propose this somewhere else to be, Mr. Wright? I propose that this piece of evidence will tell us where the flower petals came from. Now we want this one. Please take a look at the flowers in this picture of the hold. Notice how their petals are of the same shape as the petals in the crime scene photo? Yes, I see. They do look to be from the same kind of flower. Is that really all you've got? Flowers are flowers are flower. All the same. No, they're not. Hardly call what you presented compelling evidence. I'm afraid I couldn't disagree with you more, Mr. Edgeworth. I gave a flower of this type to my lovely wife once when we were young. I can assure you that this is a very meaningful and compelling evidence indeed. The soundness of my judgment in this matter is backed by nothing less than pure love. But, Your Honor... Let it go, Mr. Edgeworth! Let it go and move on. It's clear you don't know much about flowers. It's not like you have anyone you'd actually give any to, after all. And maybe you should study up on them just in case the opportunity presents itself. Ooh, just dug it up. Oh, there's the bags under his eyes. You're welcome, Edgeworth. This from the man who only knows the names of 3 types of flowers. That's hardly relevant to the case at hand. The defense asserts that it's highly probable that the victim was killed in the hold. If the body was then placed in the lantern and moved to the reception hall for some reason, it would completely destroy the prosecution's case.
Then you mean the body was...
Yes, the victim's body was inside the lantern during the entire beautiful wedding reception. while the defendant and her betrothed were celebrating their love. What?
Objection!
Smooth talk might work on his honor, but it won't work on me. What are you talking about now? Take another look at all the evidence and you'll soon see what I mean. Time of death? I wish you would just tell me already. Detective Sky, I'm sure you've already figured out what I'm talking about, correct? Of course, sir. Mr. Wright is the only one here who hasn't. Why don't you leave this to me, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, let's see what you can do. Detective Sky, please give your testimony to this court. Prosecution's rebuttal. The victim could not have been killed before the reception. The autopsy report states that the estimated time of death was after the reception. And that estimated time of death is correct. There's no way it could be wrong. Okay, but here's the thing. What if that estimated time of death, or the time when he was killed, was after the first reception, but before the second reception? Because I'm still holding onto my theory of shenanigans on the part of the family that doesn't want this maid to get married to their son, to the heir of the whole fucking company. Because rich people be crazy, they just only care about themselves. And that estimated time of death is correct. There's no way it could be wrong. It's clear Mr. Gloomsbury was killed after the reception. And that completely contradicts your claim. I guess so. Tell me you took at least a cursory glance at the autopsy report, Mr. Wright. I did. It appears you've grown rusty since our last outing. Might I suggest you go back and brush up on the basics? Sure, though I must say you're as cocky as ever, Mr. Edgeworth. Beg your pardon. What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright? I'm just saying that I'll go back to basics if that's what Mr. Edgeworth wants. I'll prove how badly he's underestimating me with a good old-fashioned cross-examination. Very well, let's see you put your money where your mouth is, Mr. Wright. Cross-examination time. Let's do this. Prosecution's rebuttal. Save. Alright, press everything. You sound pretty certain. You must have some solid grounds for making that claim, right? Of course I do. And you're gonna feel silly when I show you what they are. Ready? Feast your eyes on this. Autopsy report. And the time of death it states. Yada yada yada. I've read the autopsy report too, you know. Then you don't need me to explain it to you, right? How there's no way the victim could have been killed before the reception, I mean. Detective Sky. I think you've overlooked something big. I have? Uh-oh. Cerebral hemorrhage from a strong blow to the head. One contusion was found on the back of the head and one on the side. Blows were caused by the same weapon. Why don't you take another look at the evidence? I've already looked at all the evidence, and quite carefully too, I'll have you know. Detective Sky. Not be taken in by his verbal antics. He's simply bluffing, as always. Right, sir. It's correct. There's no way it could be wrong. 10 p.m. to 1 a.m.? No clocks in here, right? This is pretty late. I don't know. I don't know what we're getting at yet. Is it possible that the culprit did something to obscure the real time of death? No, not in this case. There's no snow or anything to keep the body from decomposing. And there's no fridge on that airship big enough to fit a body into. You've already checked into that, I see.
All comes down to the estimated time of death, doesn't it? Couldn't the killer mess with the victim's time of death by keeping the body on ice?
Yeah, if they had the means to. Device that utilizes dry ice to emit a large amount of thick fog-like vapor, which wasn't functional. So it could have been used to house a body. The prosecution is treating the estimated time of death as an absolute. But is it really?
I take it you don't think it is, huh, Nick?
In that case, we're gonna have to find a way to convince them otherwise. Yeah, there's gotta be a way somehow. After the reception, there's no way it could be wrong. What if we use the fog machine? It's pretty big. You could shove somebody in there. Alright, let's try it. Objection! I admit that the estimated time of death does contradict my theory. Finally, and that means your theory that the victim was killed before the reception is still entirely plausible. Huh? What makes you think that? The killer could have falsified the time of death by using a certain item in the reception hall. Please take a look at this. What is that contraption, Mr. Wright? It's a fog machine, Your Honor, used to create a special romantic atmosphere in the hall. And this machine could have been used to falsify the time of death? Yes, Your Honor, because this machine uses dry ice to perform its magic. Dry ice? Ah, yes, the super cold stuff commonly used to make theatrical fog, right? I see. So your claim is that the dry ice was used to keep the body cold? Oh. In that case, I guess the victim could have been killed before the reception. Order! Order in the court! Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this development? The victim was killed in the hold before their wedding reception. Prosecution acknowledges the possibility of this claim. Now we're getting somewhere. The prosecution would also like to thank you, Mr. Wright. What? Huh? For what? I didn't know how a certain piece of evidence fit into this case. But now, thanks to you, I do. What piece of evidence? To get into the hold, one needs a key card like this one. Here, we have a record of those who entered the hold with such a key. You want to order something? Well, I'm gonna stop soon, so if you can wait a bit, then we can order something. Entry number 34, Dumas Gloomsbury. Entry number 35, Pierce Nickety. And entry number 36, Ellen Wyatt. Times aren't specified, but these are the last 3 entries on the day of the murder. As you can see, the last person to enter the hold that day was the defendant. What? Oh, the one who moved the body out of the hold must have been... That's right, it was none other than the defendant. A record of the key cards used to access the airship hold, which Ellen didn't have her key card, so... Hey, Nick, take a look at this entry record. There are a couple of other names on here besides Ellen's. Yeah, Dumas and Pierce. Hey, you're right. According to the entry record, Mr. Edgeworth, Pierce Nickety had also gone into the hold. Isn't it possible that he could have been the culprit?
Objection.
Sorry, but Mr. Nickety was escorting a few of the guests at the time. I'm sure they would have been happy to testify that if you like. Think me cocky all you like, Mr. Wright, but my confidence is rarely misplaced. Ugh. Now then, it's probably safe to assume that after killing the victim in the hold, the defendant moved his body to the hall in order to dispose of it secretly. What do you mean by discreetly? The defendant volunteered to take care of the reception's cleanup personally. That means she would have had the chance to dispose of anything in any way she wanted, including taking the lantern off the airship without raising any suspicion. Don't tell me you didn't know about Miss White volunteering for cleanup duty, Mr. Wright.
For my last task as a servant of the Sprocket household, I offered to take on the preparation and cleanup of the reception banquet.
I see. Ah, I knew that was gonna come back and bite us. Look at you, sweating buckets like a rookie, even after all these years. Nevertheless, thank you for proving that the only person who could have killed the victim in the hold is... I like how his glasses are now hanging off his jacket. Ellen Wyatt. Ah! Great job, Phoenix. Now we're back to square one! See your wrinkles, Edgeworth. Perhaps you should ask Miss Sykes for some help in reviewing Defense for Dummies. Way to go, sir! You've got Mr. Wright in a cold sweat! I wonder if maybe the promise of seeing that miserable look on his face is what brought me back to the court today. This certainly made all my stress and woes as chief prosecutor just melt away. I see your wrinkles, Edgeworth. I guess he had a lot of stress built up. I'll give him something to stress over before we're through today. Your Honor, the prosecution asks that you render your verdict at this time. Before that man over there tries to throw the court into chaos with his meaningless bluffs. I see. Mr. Wright? Are there any last meaningful bluffs you'd like to present to this court? Yep. Why does he have to assume it'll be a bluff?
Nick, hurry up and throw a good one out there!
I will! Well, alright, let's see. I've got it. How do you know it was Miss Wyatt who used her keycard? After all, if it turns out that somebody else used her card, it would mean Miss Wyatt didn't do it. Interesting. And are you able to prove this bluff to be true? I assure you I'm not bluffing, Your Honor.
Now what? Wait a minute, Nick. I can think of a certain somebody who might have used Ellen's keycard.
You can?
Remember? The one who was sneaking around the hold in spite of not being a family member?
Oh, that's right. Your Honor? The defense would like to call a certain witness to the stand. Oh, God. Here we go. I need the testimony of this person who may have entered the hold with Miss Wyatt's card. Something smells, it's usually the butts. That's your witness? Saying that numbskull was on the airship? Never breathed a word about that to me. Yeah, because he doesn't trust you, Edgeworth. That's not surprising, because Mr. Nickety told him to keep quiet about it. But Mr. Butts himself admitted it to me. He claimed to have found a way to sneak into the Flying Chapel's hold to see Miss Wyatt. This photo he took and gave to me is proof. Was it he who moved the lantern with the body inside to the reception hall? You know as well as I that with him, anything is possible. And this is one possibility we should definitely look into. I can't believe this. What in the world is he doing mixed up in this? Look, I don't know, man. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Remember what we've been saying since elementary school? When something smells, usually the butts. Exactly. Ah, that Larry will pay for this. Well, if you want to extract your payment now, he's right there, up there in the gallery. Yikes! Bailiff, seize the witness before he makes a run for it. No! Why does this stuff always happen to me? Alright, Larry, but you brought this on yourself. Let's break for a 15-minute recess. I ask that both sides prepare for the next witness's testimony during this time. God damn it, Larry. Alright. Here is where we're gonna stop for the evening. I'm getting a little tired here. So I need a break. Let's see who is still hanging out today. Oh, I see. Oh, Neoneko's doing Genshin Impact. Alright, let's go say hello to Neoneko. Alright. So thanks y'all for watching. Appreciate everyone who stopped by, all the lurkers, future VoD watchers. I know you're out there. Shout outs to you, especially on YouTube. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate you. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had fun. Finally getting back into the swing of things here in Ace Attorney, so it's super cool, super chill, super fun. Yeah. We're already having a grand old time with Larry the idiot for, you know, whatever reason. But it's gonna have to wait until next week. Next week, actually, speaking of that, maybe a shorter stream, or we may have to skip it. I'm not sure yet. Games Done Quick is going on starting tomorrow. And there is a big community thing. Shoutouts to Deep Dungeon people on Friday around 4 p.m. Pacific time. If y'all can watch and support the Final Fantasy XIV Deep Dungeon Challenge run that is being run by Angelus Demoness, I would greatly appreciate it. That is a community near and dear to my heart. So if you guys can, you know, swing by and at least watch that to support him, would very much appreciate it. And then it's still going to be going on Saturday, so depending on how GDQ goes, if there's something that I really want to catch live, we may do a really short stream or just delay stream until the following week. We'll see what happens. But for now, thanks everybody. I really appreciate everyone who stopped by. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your night. See you guys next time. Bye!